Winters fakes, pumps, up, and good.
And Anderson gets in on the belly, Pete Rose style. Dad, have you been any prouder?
Shot off. There's Pena on a one-timer.
Oh! Back to Bowers to Valtera. He'll launch a three at the buzzer. He got it! Oh, my God! Keep on going. That one is belted deep to left and way gone.
Here comes Coburn for three. Nothing but net.
There goes Bates. Bates! Touchdown! Touchdown! Welcome back to Canyon Lake Broadcasting, Voice of the Hawk, as we're coming to you live from Marble Falls, Texas, home of the Blue Bonnet Cafe and some home-cooked pie. We want to thank you all for joining us tonight here on the pregame show. We're on the road as district starts tonight across the great state of Texas for most 4A schools, and we're glad to be here at Marble Falls to have our foe down the street, as they say, up 281 here tonight for our first district game. And the road to playoffs begins here, and tonight we'll have our Canyon Lake Broadcasting Club team members as well running the cameras. On the switcher tonight will be Connor Cummings. She'll be here. She's Vice President of Canyon Lake Broadcasting Club, producing the show tonight. We know there's been Darren LeSturgeon getting us all hooked up and connected. And off to my left, the color commentation, as you all know, is going to be L.J. Anderson with his superlative and little facts about Marble Falls, which we'll get into in a little. And what a view we have on the second floor of the magnificent box here, guys.
It's gorgeous. I mean, we you said earlier we need a lawn chair and just sit out here and watch the hill country. It's beautiful.
Yeah, what a beautiful view. It's I would say probably 20, 30 miles.
Oh, yeah, I'd say visibility severe clear and probably 10 miles anyway.
Yeah.
It's nice. New high school, new stadium. Relatively
new. Well, we got a good night for you folks out here. We got some of the things we're going to get on, pay some bills with our commercials, but we're glad to be here tonight on the air. We'll get into just a little bit of the pregame show as LJ and I go through the stats as the game keeps going. But it's district play, baby, and this is it. So both teams run a slot T offense, and very seldom you see two teams run a slot T offense, but tonight you will. I know there's some coaches and some fans of the slot T genre out there in Texas, and a lot of guys watching tonight. I know. I talked to them online, so we'll have some of those, I guess, coaches or fans of the slot T watching, so should be a good battle.
Mano a mano.
Mano a mano.
That's the way it is. So we'll see strength against strength, and we'll see how they fare as this game progresses.
Well, if last night's JV game is any inkling of what happens tonight, it was a 20-20 tie, and it was a shootout. And both teams threw the ball once or twice, got a touchdown, but it was both teams were at those typical, clock management drives, as they say, and ended up 20-20, and it could have gone either way. So tonight we should have a good run-in offense on both sides of the ball, as we are a run-dominant offense, as is Marble Falls. But I will tell you, Canyon Lake throws a lot more than a lot of the slot T offenses, LJ.
They do, and this year they've kind of gone more to that. They've kind of had a secret sauce. So they'll flood a zone and try to run 3-out routes and stack them. They also will find a way to settle in a zone, and they'll come in behind the linebackers or just get out in space and just kind of move laterally in order to find a hole in that zone so that they can get out to it. It has seen some success. Gilliam's been able to be a good receiver. Carter Williams has also been a great receiver, and we saw a spectacular catch by Rodriguez.
Yep.
So it's something that is kind of an evolution of Canyon Lake, and it's been nice.
All right, well, we'll get back to that byline of the night, which will be two slot T running offense in just a little bit. We're going to take a break, go to our sponsorships. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
Welcome to Mystic Quarry, a modern glamping and RV resort located near the Guadalupe River and Canyon Lake in the heart of the Texas Hill Country. Mystic Quarry Resort is designed for those who camp and those who don't, where camping is a style you get to choose yourself. Whether that's a tiny house, boho teepee, safari lodge, cabin, RV site, or tent site. Though our camping styles may differ, we believe that we're all the same in our love of the earth, water, fire, sun, and the night sky. Mystic Quarry. Seek a higher campground.
When it comes to buying or selling your home or land, Sunrise Realty Group is your team. Kim Gray, Angie Rowe, and Michaela Rios are Sunrise Realty Group with Keller Williams Heritage Hill Country. We have a proven track record of getting results for our clients, and we'd be honored to be your real estate agents. Our mission is to humbly serve our community by being helpful, honest, and hardworking agents who strive to provide the best service in the Canyon Lake area and honor God in all we do. We are Canyon Lake residents, Young Life supporters, and CLHS parents. Go Hawks, go!
Hey, this is Stephanie at Good Life Pharmacy. If you have not had a chance yet, stop on by our pharmacy and come meet our team. We are open Monday through Friday from 9 to 6 and Saturdays 9 to 2. Come check out our website at www.goodlifefarm.com. We also even have an app that you can use on your smartphones to help manage your refills and requests. You can even text us through the app and we can respond quickly to your questions and concerns. Again, stop on by when you get a chance or give us a call at 830-214-2920. Thank you so much and take care.
Hey, this is Corey with Canyon Lake Broadcasting, here to tell you about Homestead Roofing, family owned and operated by Travis Macha, where safety, quality, integrity is still in the game, serving Central Texas, Canyon Lake, and beyond. To get a free estimate, give them a call at 830-515-7862. That's 830-515-7862, or look them up at homesteadroofingcontractors.com. Voted the best by the Herald Zeitung here in Comal County. Welcome back, everybody, to Canyon Lake Broadcasting, voice of the Hawks, and tonight's 372nd broadcast in Canyon Lake history. 8 years here in the making, and we're glad to be back and here for you. Thank you for the vine, as they say, from Comal ISD, and Mark Oberholzer, our principal here at Canyon Lake High School, for allowing us to come up here, and we enjoy what we do in the Canyon Lake Broadcasting crew. Evelyn Stevens, she'll be here tonight. She'll be working the boards on YouTube, so if you're watching on YouTube and you have a place to comment, then you can give Evan a little comment. She'll shout out back at you from her computer there. She's watching the game and doing a little QA production. On my right, as we told you a while ago, that's Connor Cummings. She is a senior, going to graduate the year. She's going to be doing camera switching, so all the camera angles you see are going to be her calls during tonight's broadcast. Well, here we go, folks. We got a couple things we got to get covered on. One is a little thing that the roving Texas Country Hawk reporter by LJ. He goes to these towns we go to all the time. He finds out things certainly I don't know, and I'm probably, for the most part, people that live in those towns probably don't know them either. So it's good to see what LJ can dig up on a little historical facts of, in this case, Marble Falls.
Well, I'll tell you,
Here
this is fascinating.
I got the look.
Oh yeah, I love this. I love doing the research and finding out about unique things about all the towns that we go to. But this was incredibly unique. Did you know that Marble Falls was named wrong? It actually, there's no marble at all. And
yeah, there's Granite Shoals down the road. I know that.
I know, yeah, there is Granite Shoals, and we'll talk about that here in just a second. But Marble Falls was named after a rock formation. It was limestone, and because it was so, red and hard, and it kind of blew underneath, it was actually a rock formation that they mistakenly thought was marble, and the water would flow off of that rock formation in the old river. Now, here's what's interesting. When they built Max Starkey Dam in 1951, the falls that Marble Falls was named after were actually lost. They were buried. They covered up with water. So it disappeared because the dam was built. What Marble Falls is most famous for, though, actually, is granite.
Well, there's a whole pile of it down there.
There is a whole pile, but did you know what that granite was used for?
State Capitol.
State Capitol. In 1855,
I do know that.
They bought the granite for the state capitol from Marble Falls, and 14,900 carloads of granite went down to the capitol to build the state capitol. But
there's more, and now the rest of the story.
That is, there. Of course, there's all kinds of things you can learn about the Capitol and everything else. Starkey Dam was built in 51.
The only way I knew about the granite being the Capitol, we used to have a lake house on Beaver Island over in Granite Shoals, and a guy at the cafe right after you used to turn off told us that. And then that was 1981, 82, 79, somewhere in there. But that's the only reason.
Well, it turns out this granite is pretty popular.
It is.
And it was also used in the Coca-Cola building in Atlanta.
Please don't tell me you know how many carloads went to Atlanta.
No,
years.
I don't.
Okay. I was about to flip out.
It is.
Man.
It is. The granite is used in the Wyndham Hotel in Dallas, Texas.
Really?
Yeah, it is used.
Who lugs this stuff around the state?
They transport it by rail, which is one of the biggest reasons why they have rail is to move the carloads of granite to where they're going.
Wow. Very nice.
But it's also the granite that composes the Galveston seawall.
I did know that too. Sorry.
So Marble Falls.
But I didn't know about the others.
Marble Falls was named after marble, which they have none of.
Which got buried by the Stark.
Which was buried by the lake, Lake Marble Falls, when they built the Max Starkey Dam in 1951.
That I did not know.
And they're most famous for granite, which nobody really talks about.
Unless you're from Granite Shoals.
Unless you're from Granite
Shoals. A couple miles west of town.
Right. Originally, the Granite Mountain, which is what they called it, was 866 feet tall. But they have used a lot of the granite now.
They're still hewing it out.
They are, and they predict that they've got several decades of granite left in there if they continue mining just like they are. So there you have it, folks. Marble Falls is actually a granite town.
In a granite town. So if you're out there antiquing around and you want to pick up a couple of tons of granite, now you know where to come get it.
You know where to go.
Throw it back of your Prius, and off you go to Austin. Anyway, so what's the I appreciate that. I didn't know those things. I know Darren didn't. I know there's a lot of people out there did not. Now, for the second part of LJ's pregame show, once a week, LJ picks out a student at Canyon Lake High School. It could be any student. I don't really know. But we know this year because this week, we had it in the past, but this week we've got the picture of the person LJ chooses so you can see who we're talking about, or at least who LJ's talking about in LJ's Hawk Superlative.
Yeah, we tried it. We'll start trying to do that so you can upload it on game day. But it is a well-kept secret right up until the last minute.
Right up to the last minute.
Tonight, I'm going to talk about Emily Mendoza.
Emily Mendoza.
There
she is.
Is on the screen. And, man, I'm telling you, this young lady has made her mark. And of all things, water polo.
Yep.
And there's some announcements that I can't make yet, but we'll be finding out even more about how incredible Miss Mendoza is. Also a softball player. She is part of the Chick-fil-A leadership group and is part of the National Honor Society.
Something I never could make.
Now, what is also unique about Emily?
What is this superlative?
Is that she spells her name different than any other Emily I've ever met.
She does. She does.
Look, these kids are all people that I pick out that we find, in about that are athletes because that's where we're focused. But, a special representation of the Hawk Nation, and, we've had 6 now that have been, super picks, and we're really excited to do this every week. We'll keep this coming at you as long as we're going.
I appreciate what Darren Sturgeon did. He put all that together for our first audio or video Hawk Superlative. And way to go, Darren. Very nice job.
Yeah, and from here at the end, we'll get them all together, and we'll take a group photo, and, we'll be able to honor all of our Hawk Superlatives in the yearbook and in another location.
Absolutely. Well, part of the water polo, a lot of people don't know we have water polo. We're in the playoffs. We are in the playoffs. We have beat Davenport, Smithson Valley, but we are in a playoff coming on the October 9th. The boys are going down to face the number 3 seed, and I don't know who that is. I don't have that. 3 p.m. on October 9th as the boys get to the playoff. Only second year in existence there, and that's Coach Paige Small. There you go. There's the boys right there. We had a little escapade for them as the drum goes down the hallways in Canyon Lake High School, send off or whatever. It's on Monday. We don't have school on Monday, so we've had to get the festivities started tonight, and that's the group right there. And from what I understand, I'm not a big knowledgeable person about water polo, but supposedly these guys are pretty good, and we're in a tough district. So if we can get outside this first round, it could be open waters. No pun intended.
I'm sure you meant that to be a pun. It was not bad, though.
Not bad.
Not bad.
Not bad. Well, Darren, we're going to go to a commercial break here in just a minute, pay some more bills. We got a Hawk superlative down, Emily Mendoza. We've got Granite where Marble's supposed to be and vice versa. We've got 2 slot T offenses out there going to go head-to-head as Canyon Lake enters into the playoff run on the road. We thank y'all so much for joining us here tonight. Might have some people from Marble Falls on the line, but I know they have their own broadcasting company as well. So we'll stick with the Canyon Lake side of business tonight as much as we can. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
Lately, we've all experienced more inside our home. And our homes have experienced more of us. More dishwashing, more clothes washing, and more action figure rescue missions. And after 50 years of rescues, Mr. Reuter Plumbing Service Professionals are equipped to handle anything. We are your neighbor. You can call anytime, and we'll be there, because we've been here all along.
We are Brookshire Brothers, selling groceries and growing communities since 1921. Giving back is how we celebrate. Your family, your town, your future. Come celebrate with us. Brookshire Brothers.
Hey Hawk fans, with Comal County and surrounding areas being amongst the fastest growing areas in the country, you need a realtor you can trust. Call Stephen Crisp with Berkshire Hathaway's Home Services. Steve has lived here for over 20 years and is up to date and knowledgeable about the current real estate market here in Hawk Country. From Don Johnson Company located in Canyon Lake, Steve is ready to assist you whether in buying or selling in our local market. If you own real estate and would like a no-obligation market analysis on the current value of your property, give Steve a call at 830-832-0257. Go Hawks!
Do you have a cracked phone screen? How about a computer that's so slow you find yourself getting frustrated just turning it on? Well, have no fear. Canyon Lake Phone and Computer Repair is here. We're located off 2673 across from the Ace Hardware. Still not sure about us? Well, check us out on Google where we have hundreds of 5-star reviews. We're a locally owned and family-operated business here to help our neighbors with their technology needs. Give us a call at 830-800-4255 because there's no breaks at the lake.
Fired up in a good mood to go watch some football on a Friday Night Live. Well, we got cold weather and we got some rain in Canyon Lake and across the great state of Texas, so everybody's happy right now. Cooler temperatures, LJ. We are in a big press box. It's not as big as the one we had during the Veterans Memorial Game, but it will do. It's better than the
Isn't nice.
Yeah, it is. It's you have a jacket on.
I know
LJ's got a jacket on.
The dang air conditioner works here too.
We have the controls in here. I didn't see John Wayne Heating and Air, but it works. I'm telling you that. But glad to be here for everybody tonight. And LJ will be doing his commentation. He'll be play-by-play, and LJ Darren will bring on the production as the Canyon Lake Hawks come onto the field. They're in their gold pants and white shirt, green helmet.
The gray poupon breeches.
You said it. And so
Vegas gold is actually Vegas
color. It is Vegas gold and dark green is Canyon Lake colors. But let's go into some of the things tonight. Canyon Lake is a little dinged up. Let's just say that. We've got 4 people out for the year. And so Canyon Lake is relying heavily on its younger classmen to move forward through this district battle. A lot has been learned at an early age for these guys. But I'll tell you what, they've learned a lot so far. In the last week, they've put some things together and came up just shy on East Central being a 6A school. But without a few mistakes at East Central last week, LJ, or the week before, I think we could have pulled that one out.
They do, and they are a young team, Corey. 14 sophomores are now up on varsity on this team, and I think that's probably a new league record for Canyon Lake. But they've relied on that youth and they've depended on it with a variety of different things and tools in their toolkit. basically born out of necessity, but certainly have done a good job. This is a Marble Falls team that is for Brian Herman, it's quite different than what he's used to. He came from Liberty Hill and coached at Lockhart for 6 years prior to being here at Marble Falls. He's in his 5th season. In 2021 and 2020 were his best 2 seasons here. He went 7-3, 9-4. He's got a 21-27 record overall, but he came from winning ways, and he loves the slot T, training under the slot T greats, and he'll put it on the field. He's only got 37 players, so one of the things that you expect with Marble Falls is you've got a lot of kids on this team that are going to go 2 ways.
They do.
Canyon Lake will do the same,
absolutely,
with a smaller and injured bunch, but they will certainly try to put it together as the captains come on the field for the coin toss. We'll get you in on that. Marble Falls.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Canyon Lake out there is 0. That's Harris Gillum. And I got a spelling on his name. For longest time, I thought it was Gilliam, and it's not. It's Gillum. Gillum. So out there is Wonderlick, number 40 for Canyon Lake, and the far side will be number 52, and that's going to be Anderson, not of your lineage. We got one next to that is of your lineage, and the quarterback, number 12, Crowder. For the Marble Falls Mustangs, LJ, it looks like we got number 54, 29, 5, and 33.
Yeah, it's going to be Dax Murphy, number 5, 29. Their quarterback is Colton Miner. 33 is Isaac Laranaga. And let's see, we had one more. I'm sorry, they turned, and now I can't see the jersey. All seniors, 54, good call, and that is Gavin Hernandez. All of these seniors, all of them big senior contributors, and again, you'll see them on both sides of the ball. They accentuate there.
They do. They got a lot of people going both ways as we do. You'd mentioned that. One of those is Greg Lemon, and the big man, number 52, Noah Lyon. Jeremy Bales, he is a huge man, a senior. He'll be going both ways, nose guard, and he'll play left tackle. And those are some of the players that will go both ways for from Marble Falls as they get into the national anthem. So we'll focus on that real quick. And we'll listen to the national anthem being played by the Marble Falls Band. Marble Falls Band getting it done out there on the track. Well, Friday Night Lights are back across the state of Texas, and the road to playoffs going to be here tonight. We're glad to be here and bringing you this live. What a beautiful stadium in a beautiful area to look across the central Texas, full of granite, not marble.
That's right. And, it's a fabulous stadium. It's a big stadium. It looks like it's not quite full, but there's a ton of Marble Falls faithful here. But this complex is so big, it actually looks like there's a limited amount of fans, and that's actually not true.
Well, Marble Falls used to be 5A for quite a while.
They were.
And then they're back down in 4A for this last 2 years now. Will they go back to 5A on the realignment in February? Yeah, it's waited to be seen, unless you know something I don't know, LJ.
Yeah, no, I think, you're starting to see predictions on limits, but as Marble Falls comes to kick off, we'll talk about them a little bit. They're a 1-4 team. Canyon Lake's a 1-4 team. Their last game was against Fredericksburg. They actually pulled off that one win, 14-7. Interestingly enough, their first score was on a defensive pick six. Number 10, Cole Becker, picked off after a tight end fell down. But the thing probably most notable, Corey, about that game was 2 goal line stands, and I mean literally on the 1 yard line, where they stopped Fred cold and were able to get the ball back. So, tenacious defense when in a bind.
Well, kicking the ball off is Isaac Laranaga for the Marble Falls Mustangs. And back deep will be Williams and Gillum. Nice kick high, and this is going to go to Gillum at the – you can let that one go in the end zone, and rightfully so. What a good leg. I don't think that wind favors him that much. I think that was all leg.
A good foot, and you see a little bit of that in film. Also an exceptional punter who in the Fredericksburg game was able to pin Fredericksburg down on the 1, a couple are down deep in their territory a couple times. So here we go.
1st and 10 for Canyon Lake. Slot T versus slot T. I've been waiting to see this for a while. I'm sure a lot of the run-favored personnel and people out there have been waiting for this one for a while. But
and in Marble Falls, typically they're going to be like a 3-2-6 team, but against Canyon Lake, they're going to have more things in the box than a Boston-based baked beans.
Pitch out to Williams. He'll try to get to the edge, and Mustangs just string that one out. Good speed on the edge by number 11, and that is going to be Mr. Thomas Valdez. He'll go both ways as well, so keep your eye on Valdez.
Yeah, and it looks like that Marble Falls is taking a similar tact as probably what Canyon Lake will take. They're dropping their corners out and bringing in extra linebackers, playing one high safety. And like I said, they got more people in the box than Boston Baked Beans. They got 10 people up there.
Right up the middle, Canyon Lake goes the inside trap play. So get out to the 30-yard line, pick up about 5. It'll be 3rd down and 5. But, we had talked a little bit about some of the players and some of the coaches doing some things different. You're going to see some different personnel in different locations on the Canyon Lake defense. That is for sure.
Yeah, against the slot T, they're going to load it up and look for run. But, against that, I would tell you, it would not surprise me if Coach Green goes to the air really quick.
Gillum spread out top of your screen. Here comes Crowder. Crowder drops back. Right you are. Hits Gillum. Gillum across the midfield. Good call, LJ. And the Canyon Lake Hawks will get into Mustang territory. That's what you call LJ sitting in the basement late at night, chewing on an old Producto cigar, doing his homework.
Yeah,
1st and 10 Hawks.
And that was a play that's set up by 2 runs. So they got, they have a dive play, 349, 334 power something. But they set that up. They have a single high safety, and they're able to get in again, working in that soft zone.
Crowder drops back again. Same play, same effect, different person in Canyon Lake. 2 passes, and this one's going to be to Van Ostal. 1st and 10, Canyon Lake at the 20-yard line. They'll put him down, we'll call it the 22-yard line.
And they like that little seam route. They've been pretty successful with it. They're able to kind of get down on the zippers and drop the ball in. So, fantastic job. 2 good play calls.
Bill Green rolling the bones in 2 plays, back-to-back being the same. Flag on the play, and it's a little 34 power right side.
And that is going to be movement, Canyon Lake, no doubt. Everybody got a little bit Jimmy leg. And
that was Opelt. Abbott on the carry, followed by Opelt. So, well, there's no flag.
Well, I don't know why they didn't throw it.
I was waiting for the signal.
Over here on the left side, it looked like, everybody was moving just a little bit early. It wasn't a, jump. It was just kind of ahead of the play a little bit, jump the string.
Well, it's going to be about 2nd down and 6. 34 power, Williams right side. And Williams pushing the pile. He's getting behind Poole, number 79. Poole and Stevens, the center, just really opened up that hole.
Well, and they've got some work to do.
First down, Canyon Lake.
Number 73, Jeremiah Bales. He is a big human.
Backside to Williams. Williams in and out of traffic, dives across the 10-yard line. And I'll tell you what, it's kind of interesting to see. I'm kind of waiting a little bit here. 73, the big guy we talked about earlier, he's in the middle. But that's the guy that goes both ways. That's Jeremiah Bales. He is a big boy.
Yeah, and I tell you, you don't see a lot of tackles out of him. What he does is he takes out blockers. And he does a really good job of eliminating blocking. He almost commands a double team to start off with, and then they end up with somebody else on him at the end of a play.
Crowder loads up, fires across the middle, touchdown. Gillum reached up and grabbed that one out of thin air.
Yeah.
Great Scott. Wow. What a spin on the bean Crowder had on that one.
Cam Graham, number 25 on defense, and he knew it right off the bat. He kind of had a little bit of busted coverage and came over late. Gillum able to climb the ladder and pull that down.
The extra point attempt will be made by Van Ostall. It's been kicking 2 years for Canyon Lake. Van Ostall up and good. So with 3 passes, LJ, Canyon Lake drives down the field.
Yeah, and it's, in pretty kind of surgical manner. I mean, they didn't really wiggle around. They didn't do anything fancy. They just, found a soft spot in the zone. When you got a single high safety, once you get past that second perimeter, it's wide open spaces, and you really got to have your wits about you. But excellent play calling then by Green.
Well, we saw what I didn't see was a lot of pressure on Crowder.
No.
You didn't see that at all. And not that Crowder can't perform under pressure. He can. We've seen that in the first 5 games. But there was no pressure in his face at all. So maybe if you're a Marble Falls, you may reload, rethink. But that was one of the successes. I got to believe that.
Well, it is, and here's why. It allows them you need enough time for the play to develop. I mean, if you don't have, 3 seconds back there so that they can get to the spot that they're headed to, then you can run into troubles, and you have to do a little more ad-lib.
Exactly. Well, back deep will be Cole Becker, the junior number 10, to take the kickoff, or attempt to anyway. We got a sophomore out there, and that's going to be Strasner, number 80. I believe it's Strasner still with 87 or 81, I'm sorry. That is him. He'll T1 up 40-yard line, and he does have a leg, but he's very good at placement in the corners. This will be right down the middle, taking it about the 13-yard line. That is the Cole I just talked about. He spins around. He'll get out to the 25. Number 26 brought him down. That's Allman. And they'll have it first and 10 at the 25. He's good as a fair catch.
Allman, who's proven to be a special teams specialist, he is seems like, on most of the tackles associated with kickoffs, punts. I mean, he is around the ball quite a bit.
Well, the middle linebacker is going to be Wunderlich and Anderson. Anderson's about 5'9", but he's got those jumping flea legs. He'll go up another 1.5 feet in the air. He'll block a few balls. Slot T for Marble Falls, and guess what? Couturier pinching down on the corner, coming in on the strong safety for a loss.
Yeah, and Canyon Lake did what we suspected. They pulled in more linebackers. They have got 7 people across the line of scrimmage with 4 back. They're leaving their safeties back, Gillum and Williams, and your 2 linebackers. So 9 men in the box is the method for Canyon Lake as well.
Up the line of scrimmage, Marble Falls set formation. Anderson comes in. Wunderlich comes in on a blitz. And up the middle, that's going to be a gain of about 5, taking back some of the yardage that was lost on the first play. I didn't catch the runner on that, LJ, unless it was 32.
No.
Maverick Lawson.
I didn't catch it.
It was a purple blur with gold streaks. That's all I saw. Third down and 8. Dive play, fumble on the play. The ball came loose, and somebody dove on it. Canyon Lake says they have it. Canyon Lake says they have it, and they come up and they do it. It's Wunderlich. Wunderlich comes up. Replay. Here you go. Replay. It is Wonderlic. He didn't have the handle on the ball.
No, he didn't have a handle. The runner on the previous play was number 20, and he's their go-to guy. 20 is Joaquin Aguilar, and they also have a real hard-nosed running back. Number 7 is Jaime Castillo. You'll see number 8 quite a bit, but they don't have much time to reset as they have to turn around and then go back out on defense.
That's true. Canyon Lake has a lot of people that does that. Stevens, the center, number 75. He'll also double up his duties on defense and offense. You'll see that. Williams definitely does, playing strong safety. Gillum as well. Canyon Lake will have it 1st and 10 at the 29-yard line on a fumble return. Can Canyon Lake cash this check? Roll out. Crowder has a man wide open downfield. Gillum, touchdown! Just like that, Canyon Lake strikes back and puts another 6 on the fence post.
Yeah, that was, again, they're going to the same play, Corey. They're not going to move off of that until they make an adjustment. There's 2 things to know about Marble Falls. One is they have not shown a propensity to defend the pass, and 2, they will not pass. They just don't throw the ball hardly at all.
The extra point attempt will be by Van Alstal. And the kick is up and good. I believe that was Van Alstal's first TD reception pass in his career, so kudos to him as Crowder puts another one in the bucket. Well, you're right, LJ. That's both touchdowns were, I wouldn't say wide open on Gillum's touchdown. He reached up and grabbed that one, but the 2 passes downfield, they were wide open and caught the Marble Falls secondary napping on the job.
Yeah.
Well, we got a replay right here. Thank you, Mr. Darren, providing us for that.
Plays made by the offensive line. I mean, I think the observation that Crowder has had an immense amount of time is 100% correct. And that time he was able to just kind of move up and create a new pocket and, able to find the open receiver. It's interesting. They're not sending a lot of receivers downfield. I mean, the check down would have to be a wheel route on the running back, but they're just going mano-a-mano and getting behind that safety and going to work.
They are. Stretcher will be kicking off for Canyon Lake. Back deep will be Becker, and I believe on the other deep back is 26. I can't see his number, but if it is, that is going to be, I'm like that 29. Here's the kick back to Becker. Becker will take it at about the 15 across 20-25, hit by Cottrell. He'll be down about the 25-yard line, maybe 30. So that good field position and returning, got a little 5 yards versus the fair catch. Well, if you're Marble Falls, you're down by 14 with 7:36 still to go in the first quarter. You're not in panic mode, I promise you that.
No, and Brian
so
Herman.
let's not get all excited here, folks.
Herman's a purist,
That he is.
He is going to be a slot T purist. We have morphed a little bit and changed our scheme and gone to other things, but you won't see Marble Falls do that.
No. 1st and 10, Marble Falls. Backside. Van Alstal, the kicker, comes in and makes the tackle on the end, along with Reiners. Pickup of about 2 yards, 2nd down and 8.
Carson Reiners that time coming from the backside, along with Williams stepping up in that safety position. It's going to take a village to defend the slot T. It's about swarming the football, and Canyon Lake has put the village up front.
Yeah, Miner on the carry. Canyon Lake moving around a little bit. Inside, coming back to make the tackle is the linebacker. They're making some holes there. That was Wonderlic, number 40. Wonderlic was out for several games here, and he came back here in the East Central game, made a big difference, and he's one of the guys you just call the anchor of the team on the defense for sure.
He has been a welcome, certainly welcome back, and is going to make a difference as the district run begins to happen.
3rd down and about 6. Trap play up the middle, little 34 power, and Canyon Lake just swarmed, as you just mentioned, LJ. They swarmed to the ball on that at Cottrell. Again, Stevens, we talked about people going doubles both sides. There's Stevens at center playing nose tackle on the tackle.
Now, look, they make a change here, bringing Cottrell out. They're going to go 3 high with the safeties. They're going to go back into punt formation is what they're doing. It looked like they were maybe making an alignment expecting a pass.
I did see Opelt, number 2, on the line, defensive line, so he's going to get some looks there tonight, some like we had talked about in the beginning, you're going to see some defensive people on there that you normally don't see down on the line for Canyon Lake tonight. Here's the punt. Nice line shot to Williams back at the 25. Does a little dance. Gets across the 30, cuts back to the 40-yard line. Twist, and he is met there and folded up like a cheap lawn chair at the 40-yard line. Well, 14-0 Canyon Lake, 5:46 to go. Canyon Lake Broadcasting Voice of the Hawks. Glad to be there tonight. Glad to be here in Marble Falls. We stopped at the Blue Bonnet Cafe on the way here.
Of course you did.
Of course I did.
Did you stop there for some sweet tarts?
I didn't know sweet tarts, but
you did have a piece of pie, though.
I am going to confess here in a minute. Confessional will be in 20 minutes. It's because of Connor. It's because of Connor. We had to go to Blue Bonnet Cafe. It was her fault. You know, that pie's. We'll talk about that, man. We're back to football. 1st and 10, Canyon Lake. Here we go up to the line of scrimmage. Crowder up the middle. Abbott, he'll get about 6 yards. And that's plenty good on a slot T offense. I wanted to welcome all the slot T coaches and stuff that I know are watching out there tonight. There's different chat rooms that are just endowed by these slot T gurus, I guess, all across the state. They love this, and so I know there's something to watching out there.
It's an offense that's kind of gained in popularity, and
Comfort took it over.
They did, and they like smaller schools when they may not have the amount of specialty athletes.
34 power again, Abbott, and he is swarmed up. Nice tackle by number 34. I think that was 34 over there. I'm sorry, it's number 32. He's playing defensive end. That's Maverick Lawson. Maverick Lawson, stick boy. Canyon Lake again trying to get that last yard, and they're going to be denied.
Crowder taking that on his own, and that was kind of an interesting.
No gain on the play. Yeah, it's 4th down and 2 or 3. You roll the bones here and get you a punt down the field and played field position. Did you go for it, LJ?
I think they're going to make it obvious and go. You got you got a guy like Abbott who's quick to the hole. You can run a number of different things, and he's kind of like a trolley worm. He just wiggles through there, hits the hole fast, finds space, and makes you pay for it.
Backside, and it's going to be number 25 trying to get the yardage. He'll get to the 50-yard line just to barely. I don't know if they're going to say he got there or he was short.
The far side line
the
judge
far side had him different.
Yeah,
and they're going to be, no, he did not make it. But I agree, LJ, the far line judge had a different mark, and the Marble Falls defense holds on that one. It was number 25 running the ball, and that's someone we don't see every day. That was Caden Lewis.
Yeah, and there for a second I thought he had forward progress. I don't know if his back turning had an impact on it. The two line judges saw it somewhat differently.
Well, you win some and you lose some. First and 10 for Marble Falls at the 49-yard line. Up to the line of scrimmage they come. Canyon Lake offsides are going to roll this one out, a free play, if you will. And after all that, big loss. It'll be a 5-yard gain for the offense. Somebody on the far side of the field came into the neutral zone. It might have been Opelt, number 2. I couldn't see it from up here, but we have number 73 we just talked about limping off, Bales.
And that is not good for Marble Falls as he comes off kind of hopping on one leg. He is their stalwart on both sides of the line. And
he is a definite asset to the team. It'll be 5-yard penalty on Canyon Lake, so it'll be 1st and 5 at the 44-yard line here. 3:55 to go in the first quarter. Stretch out to the top of the screen is number 13, Parker Phillips. Die play, it's going to be the quarterback keep. He'll just look to find his hole behind the running back. Nothing doing there as Canyon Lake comes up and makes a good tackle. Hopper, number 8 as well.
And Canyon Lake moves out kind of in man coverage on that, but keeping the front intact. It didn't spread the defense like they wanted it to.
Backside and penetration by Canyon Lake, but nice run by Marble Falls, number 20 on the carry.
And he's their go-to guy.
He is. That's Joaquin Aguilar,
he's
sophomore.
He's going to be the guy that they're going to use quite a bit for big yardage.
Yeah. sophomore on the carry. We didn't talk about him too much, but watching all the huddle films, and he was a mainstay to their offense, LJ. You're absolutely right. '29 quarterback keep on that. We hadn't talked about Colton Miner. He's a junior, so he'll be back next year. There's a lot of sophomores on the Marble Falls roster as well, LJ. And I know they're in a bit of a rebuilding year. Both teams coming here 1-4. And their only win, and our only one, was against Fredericksburg. So it'll be second down and about 6. I want to thank everybody for joining us tonight. Miner rolls out. Could be a pass. Looking downfield. He zings one, and it is. Caught at the 30-yard line. And that's part of the Achilles heel that Canyon Lake has, that little flat area on a wheel route.
Yeah, and just pointed out a lefty quarterback. I know one of those.
Yeah.
Again, though, just little flat routes, things kind of out on the edge can be trouble for Canyon Lake.
First and 10 at the 19-yard line. Backside trap again. In comes Canyon, and he just slipped and fell, and that is not too good. That is number 20, Aguilar, the sophomore. Had some room, just lost his footing. Opelt was there, but.
And I think that was kind of a bad landing. He
Yeah.
He landed, and looks like he was holding his hip a little bit. It just kind of a slip.
Be a loss of 2 on the play, second down and 12. In comes number 25 for the Mustangs, Cam Graham, senior. Inside trap, right up the middle, just like Canyon Lake.
Yeah, and they're going to use the aggression of Canyon Lake to their advantage, and they're going to try to get past, a surge on the front and get into the next level. When you got 7 men on the line of scrimmage, 2 linebackers and then 2 in the deep, you're just trying to get past the first yard and a half,
yeah,
and make a difference.
Bring up third down and about 6. Got to be leaving 4-down territory. Looked like a little movement on the line at the beginning. And that is number 7 again, Jaime Castillo. He's 5'10", 200 pounds, and he's a full load. He'll get across to the 9-yard line. First down for the Mustangs. Yeah, you're sitting here. I find myself calling these plays out, thinking in my mind the number of the plays, the actual, the name of each play. It's just weird to see another slot T like we run, but, in person. But have to get used to that. They are grinding it out. Another good run by Castillo, dragging people. A touchdown, Marble Falls. And I'll tell you what, that is a fine example of you never try to tackle anybody above the waist.
Well, we talked about Castillo being a hard runner, and we just saw, an example of that. Good technique. He kept his feet moving the whole time. You always hear coach say, drive your feet, drive your feet. Castillo never let off the pressure, and literally hauled somebody 5 yards in to get to make it happen.
The extra point will be attempted dead on the field. That'll be number. Quick hold, the kick is up, and it is good. Number 33, the kicker, is also a very versatile player. That's Isaac Laranaga.
And an interesting, he was one of the captains. Interesting approach to kicking. He takes one step and kicks it. He doesn't step it off the same way. It's just one step and boom. But effective.
Well, it's 14-7, 56 seconds to go in the first quarter. We're going to get you some of the district scores later today. We got a lot of things going on in our district, a lot of people playing each other, which, as you know, gets down to those 5 games, who can pull what off on the other. And we'll get you those here at the end of the first quarter somewhere. We got a lot of gifts to give away tonight. I know a lot of people out there listening and watching, and got the glamping thing to give away. We've got the gift cards from Huth Transport. We've got some gift cards to give away. We've got the consolation cheesy prize to give away from Canyon Lake Broadcasting, in case you didn't get one of the big ones. You'll love it. Kind of the fall festivity genre coming up on those giveaways. But Laranaga will kick the ball. Number 33, the senior. Last time he poked it out of the back of the end zone. right towards Gillum. This one will be returnable if Gillum decides to. But he won't because it'll go out of bounds, and that'll draw the yellow hanky.
That'll be a procedure call and a decision. You can either take them 5 yards back and re-kick, or you can take the ball and advance it 5 yards.
Well, we got Grandpa Bill in Columbus, Mississippi watching it. Grandpa Bill, he's always out there. He is the grandfather of the Green boys, J.T. Green and Jeremy Green. And they were both ran through here. J.T. Green graduated with my son. He went through the 17 and 18 runs. And then Jeremy Green also was here for played varsity for 4 years. I remember his first play he came in, they put him in the end zone, and he didn't know what he was doing. They threw a ball right to the guy he's supposed to cover for a touchdown. What a way to enter your varsity schedule as Williams takes the ball. And that's just pure tenacity, but there is a flag on the play. Gained a couple of yards out of just gut.
Yeah, and a flag on the far side around the ball. I'm not exactly sure what they're going to.
I'll go with the holding call.
One might suspect that. They're talking about the spot. Now, holding call is going to be from the spot of the foul. However, they're going to mark
Not
it
a holding call.
Against Marble Falls.
It's going to be the big 1-5.
I'm afraid it could have been a face mask.
Probably that. Face mask or personal foul, probably face mask. First and 10, Canyon Lake at the 45. Hawks will take it.
I didn't see how they ruled it.
That was a face mask.
We have a replay monitor going on right now over here, and we'll try to get to more of that as the game goes on. As William carries that ball outside a little too much for me. He'll get back up a yard and all that running.
One thing that we didn't talk about, and we saw this, Marble Falls is, and saw a lot of this, they are exceptional open field tacklers. They do a really good job, mano-a-mano, of making a tackle in space.
Gaining a yard, second down and 9. No, but you're right. Canyon Lake has a tendency to try to tackle up high, and there's some of the people in the district and outside of the district take a note of that a little bit. So this is going to be the end of the first quarter. Canyon Lake's going to fake like they're going off the field. They're going to come back on and try to catch Marble Falls off. A little Bill Green action there, man.
Yeah,
I like that.
A little trickeration. I always hated that word, but, that one and there's several others I'm not a big fan of. But
what is it? Well, Bill got him to use a timeout. He caught him off guard, so he used the timeout. Coach is down on the field not liking that. He says there's 3 seconds on there. Now there's no seconds on there. But whatever Bill decided to do on that when he's our offensive coordinator, it worked. Got them all in dismay.
Yeah, he is vehement right now.
He is.
That is the definition of the word. He was out midfield. He needed to talk to somebody about that. He's still not done talking about it.
He is not. Trickeration's, you don't like the word trickeration, but do you like the word strategery?
Not particularly.
Okay.
But I'll go with it. I mean, heck, I used it, so I can't really say too much.
I was about to hook call you.
I'll tell you the word that drives me the craziest. I cannot stand the word physicality.
Physicality.
Yeah, or when someone says they out-physicaled him. That drives me crazy.
I'm not good. Yeah, I would agree with you. And the one that's been a catchphrase for the last several days or several years, especially this year, I've noticed it, is they want to call everybody elite. He's elite. She's elite. They're an elite class.
I thought it was rock star. I thought it was a rock star.
Well,
you could be elite.
Sounds like a car wax. Elite. Yeah.
But
it's terrible.
I think they've decided that was the end of the quarter.
It was.
After all of that.
In spite of all of the
because we're not elite.
iterations of things. It's the end of the quarter.
Darren in his corporate world.
Now, what I'm really curious about is if they give the timeout back to Marble Falls.
Well, I don't know. It's still on the board.
3 on the board.
They called timeout, though. Well, the labor of argumentation.
Well, if he called the timeout, then it would still be in the first.
That's
quarter.
right. So
the fact that we're calling it the second and the ball's been moved, I think they're giving him back.
I think you're going to get it granted back. I think you're exactly right.
Well, it'll be second down and 9 for Canyon Lake. Turn around the south, going to the south end is Gillum comes out, flex at the bottom of your screen. He is the junior, came over from Canyon, been a real big asset. Stevens at the line, playing center. Crowder rolls out, looks downfield, has Williams wide open. Williams reaches up and snags it with those basketball hands, and that'll be a first down for Canyon Lake.
That is a fantastic route by Williams just then. Plants his foot and digs in underneath. You'll see it on the replay. Crowder running over to his good hand, and Williams just able to make himself come open underneath. The size, the athleticism of Williams, it was just a mismatch all the way, and good play call.
First and 10, Canyon Lake at the 30-yard line. Slot T, Williams in motion. Die play right at the middle. It's Abbott. Abbott ducks his head and moves across. Pick up about 4 yards, which is good in slot T offense. You'll take that every day of the week. Senior Abbott had been not in the first couple games, been missed a little bit, and we lost Garza, the junior, one of the battleships in the back row, but came in Abbott and took over nicely.
He did.
Well, here comes 40 in there. He's a middle linebacker. That's Wonderlick at the top of your screen going out to the numbers. And Rodriguez there. They'll give the ball to Rodriguez, number 7. Rodriguez cuts up the side, back into the linebacker alley, and he'll get across the 20-yard line down to the 19. That is Caden Rodriguez, the senior, having a heck of a year. He'll pick up about 14 yards on the play.
Hey, Corey, I've got to take a little break.
Yeah,
My son's up in Dallas, and we got a little situation I got to take care of.
No problem.
I'm going to let Hunter Anderson talk to you for a little while.
Okay. We just went off the air.
We had a power interruption here, but we got it back. We got it back. We're all back. I think we're back online. I'm just going to check that real fast. Yeah, we're still we're frozen.
Well, if y'all can hear us, just bear with us. There's been a power interruption here in the booth. I'm going to keep talking here. So it's going to be first and 10 for Canyon Lake at the 14-yard line. Here in a windy day. Beautiful night for football. A little breeze here. Temperature lower. Gillum top of the page. It's going to be Rodriguez again. He'll bounce this one outside. He's got some room across the 10. The 5. Can he make the corner? Touchdown, Canyon Lake. Caden Rodriguez picks up a 14-yard run and hits pay dirt. Yeah, and that shows the speed of Rodriguez, somebody you know very well. Oh, there's another Anderson over here. I forgot. Hunter Anderson's back. Taking his dad place, Hunter.
Yeah, how we doing, guys? Rodriguez there just took the outside zone, just saw a little hole in the outside and took it all the way to the end zone. Great run.
Well, in case you don't know, or lived under a rock, they're going to say there's some kind of penalty. They're going to bring it back, but Hunter Anderson is known to be behind the wheel in the Canyon Lake offense a little bit, and now, so if he has a little more inside detail knowledge of these plays, it will come from him. But for your first broadcast, are you nervous?
You know, I'm a little bit nervous, but I mean, half the time last year I was helping LJ with the game prep. So.
Yeah. Well, good to have you. It'll be a penalty on Canyon Lake. I didn't get the penalty, but I think it was a holding foul. Crowder rolls back, has a man downfield. It's going to be Gillum again. Touchdown. That's his 3rd touchdown of the night. Harris Gillum. And I'll tell you what, Bill Green is allowing Crowder to spin that bean. Wow, that's the 3rd touchdown, and I don't think we've had 3 touchdown passes since probably 2017, 18, somewhere in there.
Yeah, they just keep running back to that seam route. The Marble Falls defensive backs just keeping their eyes in the backfield, not counting for the passing game, and we're really capitalizing on it tonight.
We had a little power outage, so if you're back with us, please tell everybody we're back on the air as Van Ostall lines up a kick for the extra point, and it is good. So we had a little snafu on the energy here, the power, the Tesla wall sockets, if you will, and everything just went blank on us. So get back on, realign, let Evelyn know that you are on the air. Give her a little shout there, and we'll try to avoid those things later through paying our electric bill or something. Just things happen.
Yeah, we got 180 people out online. I think so. I think we're all okay. We're back. We're going. We had just a brief interruption.
I
don't know that we actually lost the audio for odd reasons.
Oh.
We had in the power interruption.
Yes.
We had the.
They're gremlins.
We had the thing freeze up on us. The old screen did. So we're back. We're good.
Back. Well, there's a shot of the JROTC out doing push-ups tonight. It's 21-7, 10:58 to go here in the second quarter. Canyon Lake will be kicking off, and back deep is going to be number 29 to receive the kickoff with Becker, and that's Colton Miner, the quarterback. Multi-talented young man is Colton Miner, junior.
Quick score update from the district.
Yep.
Burnett is up 7-0 on Lampasas in the first quarter, and Davenport and Taylor still tied in the first quarter.
What's that score? 0-0?
0-0.
All right. Thank you, Mr. Anderson. The Hunter Anderson type guy. All right. Stracer number 80 will be kicking off for Canyon Lake.
Also known as Chase Anderson. No,
Sorry.
I know it's Hunter. I'm just messing with you.
Yeah, in other worlds.
He's
jacking with me.
He was yanking your chain that day. Oh, yeah.
It gaslighting me. Is that what that means, gaslighting?
Gaslighting. I think it was.
Is that a gaslighting?
That was.
That is gaslighting,
yeah.
see?
Yeah.
Yeah, smart aleck Andersons. Whole lineage of them.
It's challenging.
It's very
It can be
challenging. Somebody tell me, he said, you know, way to tear the Anderson boys apart? And I said, well, one's right-handed and one left-handed. And I said, great. That's wonderful. Thanks. There's a freshman year, you know. I'm like, what? Hey, yeah, there's we got the twirler out there. That is a majorette. We're the only one in the district that has that. She is very talented. I cannot remember her name, but she is very good at her. Well, right when she drops the baton, and she's very good at what she does. Inside trap, and the quarterback's going to keep it around there, and that's Miner.
Yeah, just keeps trying to find a hole on the outside. Wonderlick's doing a great job of crashing down and plugging the outside.
He is. It's good to have Wonderlick back in the saddle. Wonderlick's a little bit of an FAA guru as he gets the defensive call from Hodges, our defensive coordinator. It's his first year on the job as defensive coordinator. But Hodges has been here, I think, about 14 years, maybe 15, if my memory serves, which sometimes is faulty. Here comes Miner up to the line of scrimmage. Dive play. Castillo comes in, bounces outside, and is knocked down by number 8, Hopper. Hopper playing defensive end and in nose tackle. If you look at the defensive setup when Canyon Lake's come out, you're going to see some guys that aren't usually there all the time. Like right now, you see it, number 8, Hopper. He's playing on the nose. Now, Hopper's never played nose guard in his life.
No, he hasn't. Can't believe you see a backup quarterback playing nose tackle.
Trying to bust those gaps up to get a little discombobulation in that slot teed offense. And that one bear fruit for Canyon Lake. Canyon Lake, 53 on the tackle. We hadn't talked about 53, but we did say you'd see some people, and that's Chandler Cross, some of the people you haven't seen in the past, filling in those slots again, a slot T offense.
Yeah, doing a great job. Those younger guys coming in and plugging the holes and filling the gaps on the field and really on the team, just with so many injuries this year. Great job.
He is a sophomore as well. Out goes number 55, and that's going to be Wyatt Roberts. Coming in, 79 Poole. Poole also doubles as the right defensive tackle for our offensive tackle. So fourth down and short, and they're going to try to push the pile, and I don't think they got there. We're going to see where he got forward progress, but that is going to be a close call. They only needed a yard, and I don't think they got it. Of course, I could be wrong.
Going to depend on the spot. Canyon Lake's getting
They
excited.
did not. They held. Canyon Lake held. They did a quid pro quo on the Mustangs. Nice stop by Canyon Lake, and they'll take over. Great field position. 8:59 to go here in the second.
Hunter, yeah. Yeah, great. I'm not yanking your chain no more. Yeah, great job, Coach Hodges. He plugged about every gap right there. 11 people on the line. Great job.
Canyon Lake had first and 10. Want to shout out to Jimmy Adams out there. I know he's watching us from Canyon Lake. He's a captain of our chain crew as Canyon Lake comes to the line of scrimmage right up at the middle. Canyon Lake, and that was one of the plays that I'd like for you to comment on, Anderson.
Yeah, that's the inside trap play, as you always refer to it. Abbott, small running back, fits that hole, and when he gets the ball, he's ferocious.
Yes, he goes. I've said it before. He'll go from 0 to 60 in about 2 steps. Beyond that, not a great high-end speed, but you don't need to be for what he does, and that's what makes him so good.
No, the fullback position's full of guys that just find the hole and hit it hard. I mean, we've had great ones over the years, and he's doing well tonight.
Here comes Stevens up the line of scrimmage. And I'll tell you, they had the pinch on there, number 32 for the defense, making it happen again. I've said his name 4 times, Larinaga. He has just belted in there and closed those gaps along with Sergio Hernandez, the senior. Hernandez, number 44, he's a man of his own. He's 6'2", and they got him at 210, but I think he might have a few more pies than me today.
Yeah, how do you say his name?
Larinaga.
Larinaga, he plays all 3 sides of the ball, offense, defense, special teams. He's one of their go-to guys, and he's been a rock for him tonight.
A 3rd down and 1 for Canyon Lake at about the 23-yard line. Rodriguez, backside, cuts it back up the middle like he did on the last 2 plays that he ran just like that. He'll get down to the 14-yard line. First down, Canyon Lake.
Yeah, great seal block by the quick guard there, allowing Rodriguez to cut it back in.
Hurry up offense for Canyon Lake. It's going to be the same play, different side. This time it's going to be Williams. Williams stiffs arm. Williams 5, reaches, and is going to be a little bit short. And he's going to say he was down. He put the ball out, and they're going to say he fumbled the ball. Wait a minute. Williams reached for the goal line and was down, and they're saying the ball came out and recovered by Marble Falls?
Nah, that ball came out on the ground.
Yes, he was laying on the ground. The side judge, they're going to have a little powwow with that. Now that one there, I'll tell you what, if they tell him he was down at the 1-yard line, folks. You saw it just like I did.
Yeah, it looks like they're going to put him down at the 1 here.
There's a replay. Well, that's the last part of it anyway. But, no, he had laid down and reached that ball across, and the ball came out like that play on Notre Dame a few years back.
Right. LJ would have a funny one-liner to say about that, but I haven't picked up on him yet.
Yeah, well, I'm sure the word Stretch Armstrong would have been involved. You probably had one as a kid and tore it apart to figure out how it worked.
Oh, yeah.
Well, I'm looking at a 1st and goal for Canyon Lake. Well, now they're talking about and they're saying they're going to go the other way. That's a travesty right there.
Yeah, we missed it on the replay to be able to see it, but they're going to call it that he fumbled it and it went out through the end zone, and that's going to be a touchback.
But
we'll see.
From my perspective,
he was
down, just trying to roll one more roll to put the ball on. They might have said he was laying on top of somebody, but.
Yeah, still discussing out there.
Well, they all got together and took a poll, so it's going to be 1st and should have the 20-yard line if it's going to be Marble Falls ball. 7:25 to go here, 21-7.
First down, Marble Falls.
Oh, my goodness. What a terrible call. What a terrible call, I have to say.
Well,
I don't mind
somebody got down there, and there was a number of referees, and they all took a vote, and the ones that said he fumbled won. And there you have it.
Well, this is one of the things that Coach Sarkisian preaches at Texas at practice is sudden change. How's the defense going to respond right here? Unfortunate events. How are they going to answer the call?
Well, we'll see. Poole's in the middle there with Hopper, number 879 is Poole. On the far side is Opelt, number 2. You don't see him there very much as well, but like I said, you just have different guys playing different things. Max Granger, number 3, and on the right side, closest to your screen, it's 21 Coutrer, and he's running back, defensive back. So that's stacking the box by Coach Hodges. You would think that if you run a slot T offense for a number of years for Canyon Lake, and even at Marble Falls here about their 5th or 6th year under the guides of the coach, you'd know how to stop it. And so that's kind of what little poker going on between the coaches. 1st and 10, Canyon Lake. Miner up to the ball. Gives back, and they're going to stay in run mode. Canyon Lake out to the side, and they're going to no dice on that. It might pick up a yard. Reiner's out there along with Anderson, and number 21, Coutrer, stretching it out. Maybe gains a yard, 2nd down and 9. You see the ball running right here. He just can't make the corner. The pursuit is just there for Canyon Lake.
Great job by 36, J.R. Lindell, coming down and joining the wrecking crew.
The Turner's name is Olivia Crisp. We just got a little text.
Doing a great job tonight.
Yeah, absolutely. Inside is going to be Castillo, number 7, and they shut the door on him again. He has been earning his yards the hard way. That's Jaime Castillo, the 200-pound, 5'10" running back.
It's been tough for Marble Falls to establish the power play. The linebackers just flying through the gaps as soon as they see the guard motion. It's looking really good.
So it's going to bring up 3rd down and a long 7. Top of the screen coming out, flags is number 12, Damon Murphy. Uh-oh. Did he get back in time? Up the middle, and Canyon Lake Contreras just wraps him up like a cocoon. They're not going to make it, but is there a flag on the far side? It was Canyon Lake offside, but they get back on time, and there is no yellow laundry down there. So it'll bring up 4th down for Marble Falls. Back deep will attempt to get the return here is Williams, number 4. He is a junior for Canyon Lake. Number 33 will be kicking the ball. We talked about him, Laranaga. 5:42 to counting in here. Laranaga punt all the way up. And they'll take a Canyon Lake bounce and just kind of stick right there. So Canyon Lake will have good field position. First intended about the 42-yard line. They'll get another shot at that end zone.
Yeah, 5:34 left. You expect Canyon Lake to stick with what they've been doing. I mean, it's been working. May see a couple more play-action routes. This is getting late in the second quarter, but doing well so far.
I want to thank everybody for joining us here tonight as the road to the playoffs begin here in Canyon Marble Falls, but there is no marble. The falls are buried, so I'll take the football. I'll stick with that. Opelt stretch out, number 2, top of your screen to the numbers. This is going to be a backside trap, and number 25 ran the ball earlier tonight. We mentioned his name out there, and that's Caden Lewis. He's one of the upcoming sophomores that you need to be aware of as he kind of a little gingerly walking off the field there as Contreras comes in, number 21. Got a little story going on about Contreras in the school there. It's kind of a, I don't know if it's an inside joke, but it's a topic. We'll get to it a little later, but it's just one of those ongoing things that you don't get unless you're, part of the school system. Darren has been at the school for decades as myself and LJ, and it has been a part of Comal State and Canyon Lake High School. So these little things we find in these little tidbits that Canyon Lake just drives it up the middle, and that is Contreras. And it's the shoes that Contreras wears. As we look at a replay there, Contreras takes it just to dive. He says it makes him faster than his favorite pairs. They're Chuck Taylors. I had a picture of them somewhere, but we'll get to it a little later. But they're not what you would say new.
No. Addition to those, I think Contreras got a color of shoes from every color in the Crayola box.
He does. I've seen them. They are ugly. It'll be short 3rd down and 1 at midfield. Dive play right up the middle. There's Abbott. Abbott right up the middle. You talked about him early. He just kind of gets through those seams and punches through, and Abbott gets down to 35. First down, Canyon Lake.
Yeah, Canyon Lake went to the B formation here on the replay, and they had moved more people over to the right side, which gave Abbott a clear lane once he got past the first level.
Canyon Lake breaks. Gillum at the top of your page. Crowder will roll out the way. He'll square up. Man wide open. Gillum out to the 35. Flag on the play back at the 30-yard line on the Marble Falls side. This is the head judge. He's going to bring this one back. Probably a holding call.
Maybe a lineman downfield.
Maybe. Legal man downfield. From this angle, you can't tell, but that could be the call. It could have been Huth or number 1, Stevens, maybe Aguilar. But it will go against Canyon Lake. Well, folks, we got giveaways tonight, so get ready. We are going to do our giveaways at the second half of halftime, as there's those shoes. Now, look at those shoes there, folks. You got a blowout on one side, and if you look at the crease on the other side shoe, those and
they're
it's
just
a biohazard.
Hey, they're just broken in. It's broken in.
That's more than broken in.
No,
that is Contreras shoes.
They're just getting right.
I see these shoes every day, and they stink.
I know. I don't. But you got down close enough to them?
Well, no. He walks by. I said, "Why do you wear those biohazards?"
Because they're comfortable.
Did you see that?
I did see it.
That's a Chuck Taylor.
Well, yes, the Chuck.
Used to be.
It's the All-Star Chuck Taylor All-Star.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, those are just really broken in.
Yeah, well, you got a whistle here by the line judge or the head judge. But, yeah, I mean, breaking a shoe in and a boot and a baseball glove and whatever. But those, I mean, you got that again real quick. We got a few seconds here. I need to point something out. And when he walks by, they flop. I'm telling you, if you look at the shoe on the top there, it's got that cut across the They flop like a flip-flop.
He wouldn't have them any other way.
But he says it makes him faster. There's no arch support.
Well, you know.
Keeps
Who
him on
needs
his
arch
toes.
when you're on your toes? You don't need an arch.
That's right.
You stay on top of your toes, man. You don't need it. You don't need an arch.
There it is. There's the science behind the false logic.
So
That's a false narrative.
Well, it could be, but I think right at the moment we're looking at what is this, 1st and 10? There's been a lot of discussion.
There is a lot of discussion.
For a long period
We're
of time.
trying to fill the time here with dirty shoes.
And we have
we
no
have no idea what's going on.
Well, the original call was a face mask. I don't know if they're maybe adding it to the end of the run or what the discussion is.
After the fumble on the goal line, I'm not sure what to believe anymore. So this is going to go in Canyon Lake's favor.
Yeah, it looks like they added it to the end of the run.
They got to get the number of yards correct. So it'll be 1st and 10 Canyon Lake at the 12-yard line, 3:48 to go. Canyon Lake will get the ball on the opening of the second half. As they run to the line of scrimmage, Williams in motion, dive plays. Again, that's Contreras with those Chuck Taylor nasty shoes making it happen. Contreras is actually one of the fastest people on the team, if not the fastest team.
Oh, he is the fastest. He's 40 times in the 4.2s, 4.3s. Great runner.
Maybe I should get some Chuck Taylors and wear them for 20 years.
They made him faster.
Maybe some logic there. I don't know. Great run up the middle. It's going to be 2nd down and 5 for Canyon Lake. Ball just on the nose of the 7-yard line. We thank y'all for joining us here tonight. As Gilliam comes in with the play. I called Gilliam for a long time until somebody told it's Gilliam. And I didn't know that. He goes, we weren't worried about it. That's what he said. So now it's Gilliam. Wide open up Van Ostall. Did he bring it in?
Oh,
no! And I'll tell you what, they've been wanting to use that play for a while. I'll guarantee he was wide open, just a little bit out of his range.
Just a bang, bang, bang. Oh, just didn't quite able to. Let me slow that down just a little bit. Let's slow that down one more time here.
That sure was a pretty play. He was wide open. Little dink and dunk, as LJ said.
Off the turf it came. So, indeed, it was not a catch.
In comes Lawson, the senior for Marble Falls. And out comes the person we talked about, Sergio Hernandez. You're thinking on a big play of that, you need as much beef as possible. It's going to be a 3rd down and 7. Rodriguez again. And he'll cut back to the inside the 5. Going to be down to about the 3. Well, it's 4th down. You got a yard to go. So what are you going to do here? Going to give it to Rodriguez, and Rodriguez cuts it back inside. Rodriguez gets 1st down and more. Touchdown, Canyon Lake.
Yeah, went right back to that 349 play and the great edge block by your, I don't remember their names, quick guard, but great play.
Good play by Canyon Lake, and now they're all standing around like, well, it's going to be a touchdown. I thought they had a little another committee to get to.
Yeah, the refs are talking more than my dad at the North Shore Pharmacy bake sale.
I'll be back after halftime, everybody. I'll just stay right there. Extra point attempt by Van Ostall. Here's a snap. Kick is up, and it is good. Well, at 2:43 to go here in the second, 28-7 is your score. Canyon Lake showing his dominance on the field over the Marble Falls Mustangs. We thank you for joining us tonight. A shout out to, I told my daughter I'd give her a shout out, Sloan Martelli. She is 30 years old out there. She has her Down syndrome crew that also watches the football games, and they're spread all over New Braunfels. So I thought I'd give Sloan and her compadres a little shout out there. So hello, I know she's watching, as is my wife. My wife's watching. Yeah, I know. Now I've got 2 Andersons to deal with. It's like Wonder Twin powers activate, you know. He's doing pretty good tonight. I like the insight because he knows the actual numbers.
Yeah.
You know, I'll say 349, 34 power. Some of the other ones, but, you know, backside trap, he actually has a name for them. And apparently he's got some of your genetic code as well.
Yeah, I got to call this offense for 2 years, so it's exciting to see it from a new lens from the cheap seats.
From the cheap seats. If you use the cheap seats in this press box, we're in a deer stand back home.
Yeah, this is quite nice up here.
Stracer kicking off for Canyon Lake at the 40-yard line. Back deep will be Becker again, and number 29, the quarterback, who's been just magical back there working. That's Colton Miner. Kick up in the air. Becker will have a chance to return this at the 12. He's got the 20-yard line. 25 cuts back inside to the 30 and is just hit by some different Canyon Lake people, and that's where they'll have a good field position for the Marble Falls Mustangs at the 31-yard line. Well, don't go anywhere. We got giveaways galore, as they say, to be given away, and I know a lot of people out there are finally learning how to play the game and the giveaway. We're going to cover the Hawk Band as well. We've got a couple of mobile cameras down on the field, and we've got our switcher and a unique plan to come up with some close-up shots for the Hawk Band. 2:37 to go, 1st and 10, Marble Falls at the 30-yard line. Here comes Miner and gang. Backside. Income making things happen, just missing the call, and he is not too happy about it. It's Wunderlich. But making it happen is number 80. That's Reiners. Somebody you like, LJ.
Yeah, Reiner doesn't get fooled by the trickeration. Sets a good edge right there.
Backside trap again. Anderson on the tackle, making it happen. Wunderlich finally getting in there as well. It's going to be pick up about 3. It's going to be 3rd down and 3. So you obviously have heard the word trickeration. I can see that.
Yeah.
Yes, trickeration.
Yeah, it's another one of LJ's not so favorite words. But yeah, I mean, slot T, you're trying to disguise as much as you can. You've got guys going in different directions and really just trying to got a flag on the play.
We got a flag on the play. And usually before the snap, that'll go against the offense unless it's a timeout. Did you see a flag? Yeah, the far side of the field.
Is that what y'all call a Jimmy leg?
Well, somebody got the Jimmy leg on their side. Not on ours yet. But, yes, that's the Jimmy leg. You get nervous, and you just your leg shakes, and you just can't – it's like a spasm, and that'll cost you 5 yards.
It's an uncontrollable
It is.
spasm.
You use that to shout out Brett Harwell?
Yeah.
Harwell.
Now.
I wouldn't say he has a Jimmy thigh.
Oh.
Yeah, he was offsides quite a bit.
Yeah.
He sure did block one, though.
Well,
3rd down and a long 8. Here's a rollout by Miner. Finds his man and just loses the handle. He'd have been short of the 1st down, but it would have brought it back 4th down and 5. Right now it's going to be 4th down and 9. That's something you don't see from Marble Falls very much. A shot at a pass down there. No, but Harwell graduated. He comes from a long line of Harwells at King Lake High School. But
apparently he had the Jimmy leg a lot.
Yeah, he did.
You give your quarterback the give the quarterback the mic, and he's going to take a couple shots.
So when he got the Jimmy leg, did you tell him in the huddle? What'd you say? Stop moving. You're 6'5". For 280 pounds, you're not going to be not missed.
Well, he was my blindside guy, so I never wanted to make him too mad.
Yeah,
he kept me safe for a good 2 years now.
He can say it now. He couldn't say it then. He can say it now.
Here is the kick, punt, line shot. It's going to bounce up, and Williams is going to catch it at about the 34. He's going to go backside, inside the middle he goes. He's got a window, and it is shut. There's a flag flown on the play.
Yellow
a little shuffling and pushing. There's another late flag on the play as well. I saw 2 go up there. Tell me if I'm wrong.
No, there's 2.
So we got 1 flag, and then we got another flag a little bit later.
There was a block in the back. I think they called that. But then we got a late hit right there at the very end. If you looked at it at the top of the screen in that replay, looked like a Marble Falls guy maybe got a little extra play in. We'll see how they call it, but that's what it looked like to me.
Well, 1:13 to go. Like I said before, Canyon Lake will receive the opening kickoff for the second half, and that'll be boding well for Coach Trum, our head coach and athletic coordinator at Canyon Lake High School. Been there 16 years himself. This is going to be holding, or they lose hands on Canyon Lake. That's 1 flag. Maybe it was the same flag thrown at different times. It'll be 1st and 10, the 34-yard line.
I guess they swallowed the second
I guess they did.
We're excited to see here, minute 13 left, see what Coach Green has in the bag of tricks to go hurry up offense. Got us 21-point lead, but they're going to try to put it on a district game.
Absolutely. Here comes the Hawks. Williams in motion. Crowder looks back, has a man, has Williams, goes up and gets it. And it's going to be a 1st down catch at about the 42-yard line, tackled by number 7. That'll stop the clock momentarily, and that's Castillo. And Williams still on the ground. Castillo had picked him up in the air. He did the WWE.
Yeah, that was
that is not going to be too. Yeah,
and came down with all his weight on him.
Not going to be too popular.
That should have been a flag right there. Honestly.
Yeah, those are the plays you're trying to take out of the game. Try to keep your players safe, but hopefully Carter's doing okay.
Somebody's already trying to text me for gifts.
Well, exciting thing to have.
Somebody's getting carried away here. You'll get banned.
Yeah, that was a bit of a plant of the receiver into the turf. So that's unfortunate with 105 here in the first half.
Williams is getting up. He's a little cattywampus right now, but who wouldn't be and get body slammed like that? There'll be some retribution for that, I'm sure. And a little look back there as he walks off the field. Don't think that won't go unnoticed. See, what you need now is one of those. You need Harwell out there.
Yeah, Harwell and Andrew Miller, man. The minute I got put in the turf, they were up protecting my back. Both playing college football.
They are. Hey, 1st and 10, Canyon Lake. Backside, 349, cut up the middle. There goes Cottrell with his green shoes and the Chuck Taylor speed. Gets all the way down at about the 22-yard line. Harris Gillum with the block on the receiver. And stick that in your bagpipes.
Oh, I've been waiting for that one. I love the Martelli. Yeah, that was a great run by Cottrell. 8-hole reverse, catching the edge. Right back to
8-hole reverse to him. Again, Cottrell. And he'll get down inside about the 12-yard line. The chain crew just can't keep up with their rolling. Bill Green, pedal to the metal. Go Big Green. 42 seconds and going. Canyon Lake wants that 7. Again, here we go. And they're going to come out to about the 9-yard line. So making the tackle is number 52, Noah Lyon. He's another guy that goes offense, defense for the Marble Falls Mustangs as the coaches call timeout.
Yeah, went to the G play there. Missed the guard pull block, but still great run by Abbott to get 3 or 4 there.
If you look at the rushing leaders in the district, you're going to see some people from Marble Falls and Canyon Lake as well. One of those persons, there's a couple from Davenport, but Canyon Lake has a number just because we run so many people, on the slot T offense as does Marble Falls. So it's not one person that has 1,500 yards. We got a few guys with 200, 300, 400. They're all mixed in there, and one of them is William and Abbott.
All right. As we get closer to halftime, got another score update.
What do we got?
Halftime, Burnett 7, Lampasas 7.
Oh,
and
that's a little surprising.
Yeah, and then closing in towards the end of the second quarter, San Antonio Davenport 21, Taylor 20.
Wow,
Woo.
got a shootout going.
Got a shootout.
2 different types of ball games there.
Well, Davenport lost to Canyon Lake. We'll go over that a little bit here because you were on the field that night. It was a great game, but we'll stick to this in a minute. 3rd down and about 2. Shotgun for Crowder. Don't see this very much at Canyon Lake, and it's going to be a fake. And he's looking for Gillum. He's going to throw the ball away, and rightfully so. No one was there. Marble Falls had definitely seen that playbook before and had him. Good defense by Marble Falls.
And, yeah, great play by Crowder there. But didn't see anyone open, just throwing it back to the back of the end zone, giving himself another fighting chance.
A little bit of a decision to be made here. That brings up a 4th down. Now, only about 3, 24 seconds left on the clock. Do you go for the points and attempt the field goal, or do you
this looks like the field goal unit coming out here.
Looks like the coach is going to say, let's get the points if we can get them.
Van Alstall, well within his range. It'll be a 26-7 timeout has been called before they get all interested in that by Canyon Lake to rethink it.
They had timeouts. You might as well take them, come together, make a good decision, figure out what you want to do. So can't take them with you.
So Davenport is playing Taylor. It's a 2021 game right now. Taylor's on the rebound. They've been at the cellar for quite a few years, and they're on the rebound now. Now, Davenport is not as quite bulletproof as they've seen from last year, and Canyon Lake took it to them, and you're a large part of that on the 4th down and long fake punt. Tell us what went through your head.
Oh, so from the beginning of the game, they said if we're punting on our side of the field, we're calling the bootleg. So it was 3 minutes left in the game. I'll talk about it more after this field goal.
Here's Van Alstall with the attempt here. It's a 27-yarder. Van Ostel, the kick is up, and he got hit. Did he make it across?
Oh,
No, it hits the crossbar. No good.
Oh,
well, wait a minute.
We've
got referees making decisions. Flag on the far side of the play, and Marble Falls has the hooded cobra look there. And offense is coming back on the field for Canyon Lake. 20 seconds to go. There was some kind of call. I don't know what it was yet.
Offsides.
Offsides on the Marble Falls. Ooh, that's going to cost them a first down.
Oh, that is a costly mistake after a big hold and a missed field goal.
Well, Coach Strum and Bill Green are going to load this one up. Coming in is Gillum.
Reset. We got 20 seconds on the clock after that field goal. And we'll see what they'll dial up here with just 20 seconds.
Yeah.
Crowder die play up the middle is going to be Cottrell. Cottrell trying to push the pile, and he's going to be 14 seconds to go, and timeout's been called by Canyon Lake.
And Canyon Lake that was their first because they didn't charge them for that after the apparently, or they didn't take it off the board. That should have been should be one left at this point.
I think there is one left. Yep. But back to the fake punt real quick.
Yeah, we lined up. We had some punting woes all throughout the year, so they started putting me back there just for fake reasons only. And we practiced, or early in the season, we practiced just a rollout punt to Griffin, and it worked a couple times. But we called a different one because we knew it had been on film a few times. And me and Baker just looked at each other before the play, and they're like, let's win this game. This is a rivalry game. This is really a statement game, and helped us win that district championship. So I rolled right. I'm left-handed, so I flipped my hips, and I floated it a lot more than I should have. That ball, I swore, hung longer in the air than, I don't know, LJ's got a word for it. But
it's like the anticipation out of a Heinz ketchup bottle. You just were hanging there for a minute.
Yeah, just hit it on the 57, and Baker caught it and got the first down, and the rest was history. It was tough.
Third down and goal from the 1. Quarterback sneak in. Crowder gets in. Touchdown, Canyon Lake.
That's his 4th accounted touchdown for the night.
It is. Crowder running with it and spinning the bean tonight for the Hawks. 10 seconds to go. The extra point will be attempted by Van Ostal. Canyon Lake coming into tonight's game at 1-4, looking to go 2-4. And it's all about district play, as you know, Hunter.
Yeah, they're really 2-4, but really they're just looking to go 1-0. I mean, everybody's 0-0 right now and trying to get a leg up in the playoff hunt. And Canyon Lake's putting a statement up there so far in this first half.
Yeah, the extra point is good. So 10 seconds to go here. We'll have our giveaways tonight, but first when we go to halftime, we'll cover the Mighty Hawk Band along with the Emerald Dancers and Olivia Crisp, our drum majorette, as LJ has kindly told me, because that's what my mom was, and I should have known that. But we'll have that for you. And there in the second part of the halftime, we'll have our giveaways and some other things that we can talk about as well. Thank you all for joining us tonight. Like I said earlier, it's 372nd broadcast. It's over the 8 years. And it's kind of hard to believe, Darren, that we've gotten that far with our limited knowledge.
Limited knowledge, and, boy, we stretch our capabilities at times. But we're here.
I feel you're stretching over there some capabilities tonight.
We stretched a few tonight.
We did.
But we're here. We're on. And hopefully nobody knows the wiser.
Nobody knows the wiser.
In the audience.
Yep. Well, Minor will be back here to receive the punt along with Becker, number 10. Strasner will kick the ball, the sophomore. We have Hunter Anderson, our last quarterback, who took it to Lampasas back-to-back years.
He's a freshman at Texas.
Well, he is now, but I'm talking about in his heyday.
Oh, yeah. No, he was last year's quarterback.
Don't you know Lampasas is the last game of the year, guys, and they're going to be gunning for us. But we will be in a press box.
A lot more games to be played between now and then.
LJ loves press box. He just froze his butt off last.
Yeah, that Lampasas one is quite literally a deer stand.
Yeah. Big run right side. What a nice move by number 25. That's Cam Graham again. We talked about him just a little bit. And a lot of smack talk going on down there from Marble Falls. And what a good return and move. Just cut that seam on the left side. Found one block, and he was off to the races.
With about 4 seconds left here, it looks like Marble Falls will have the chance for one play. They're going to set up shop around the what is that, the 47-yard
At the
line?
47-yard line. So we'll have one play here. Canyon Lake will drop 3 deep. Might look for an underside play here or a screen. I don't think they've got the ability to go that vertical downfield.
Yeah, it looks like Canyon Lake's in the fence post defense here, trying to just prevent a long gain.
Backside, and they're going to stick to the ground. Number 28 on the tackle, and the quarterback Colton Miner will take that one down as the clock winds down. We thank everybody for joining us, and that's the end of the first half play. Canyon Lake 35 and Marble Falls 7. The Marble Falls, well, there is no fall, and there is no marble, just granite and lake. And the little Texas Hawk reported by L.J. Anderson. Well, we're going to go to a quick commercial break after these few messages. We'll be right back, and we'll get to the Mighty Hawk Band.
Land isn't just made for working. It's made for experiencing, too. Whether you're a hunter, a fisherman, four-wheeler, or wildlife lover, there's a piece of Texas waiting for you. The rural lifestyle was the life you were meant to live. At Capital Farm Credit, we're here to help you finance that reality with flexible terms and interest rates. Who knew it could be that possible to own a piece of land in Texas? Visit CapitalFarmCredit.com to apply today.
Hello, this is Darren with Canyon Lake Broadcasting. If you want great Italian food, look no further than Italian Garden in the Hancock Center. They've been a mainstay in Canyon Lake for many years, and their longevity speaks to the quality of the food and service you'll receive at Canyon Lake's hometown restaurant. They're open 7 days a week, providing the very best in Italian fare. So come on in and enjoy a slice of Italian life at Italian Garden Restaurant.
Hey Hawk fans, have you been wanting a new deck, outdoor kitchen, or a new addition to your home? What about getting your new home build started or a fence built? Then give Mike a call with Hill Country Construction and Framing, and he can help make those dreams a reality. He also has plenty of references for your peace of mind. Call today.
So we are back, and we got the Canyon Lake Band is taking the field, as well as the Emerald Dancers, and they'll be getting underway. We're going to bring you that full halftime show as they all go first, as we are the visitor. So here we go.
Good evening. Please welcome to the field the 2023-24 Emerald Dancers. Field dancers are the Rural and Sam Rizal. The Emerald Dancers are led onto the field by Social Officer Abby Ramirez. Social Officer Millie Hernandez. Head Social Officer Katie Larson, Lieutenant Bailey Cobb, Co-Captain Evan Morales, and Captain Celia Suarez. Tonight we'll be performing a field jazz routine to Crazy in Love. Get down on the field with the band. Start to get your freaking ass on the field now. award-winning Canyon Lake Hawk Trophy. Section of the week is the color guard. Section band members of the week are Maddox Goody and Josiah McPherson. Assistant drum majors are William Miller and Marguerite Gillette. The head drum majors is Emily Aguilar. Records are Jordan Davis and Ed Gonzalez with the help from Amber Martin and Desiree Ball. Tonight, the band will be performing two sections from the 2023 production, This Is Us.
You know, with all this work that needs to get done, I'm afraid we aren't going to make it. I completely understand it can be difficult at times, but we have to trust the process and count on each other. We're here to support each other. We're here to lift each other up. I know we can do this.
Well, that's Canyon Lake Broadcasting giving you the Mighty Hawk Band. Stay tuned for a quick commercial break as we pay the bills from our sponsors out there. Don't forget, our sponsors are Ma and Paul. They're locally owned and operated sponsors here at Canyon Lake Broadcasting, and they're people just like you and I. And so patronage of those people, we greatly appreciate it. So stay tuned. We'll be right back with the giveaways.
Hey Hawk fans, have you been wanting a new deck, outdoor kitchen, or a new addition to your home? What about getting your new home build started or a fence built? Then give Mike a call with Hill Country Construction and Framing, and he can help make those dreams a reality. He also has plenty of references for your peace of mind. Call today at 210-347-3436. That's 210-347-3436. Go Hawks!
Hi there, Hawk fans. This is David and Melissa Salcedo coming to you from Meemaw's Tacos. It's our favorite time of the year again, and here at Meemaw's we love supporting our Hawk athletics. Whether cheering them on the field or court, or feeding their muscles at the shop, we're open 7 days a week, serving breakfast and lunch. Whether you're looking for a simple taco like a bean and cheese, or a crazy fat taco with everything on it, we've got it.
We also serve lunch plates ranging from crispy tacos and enchiladas to flautas and nachos. Not to mention our ever so popular Frito Bandito and our big burrito, the Swamp Chicken. David and I would like to thank the Canyon Lake community for your continued support of our business, and we are proud to be celebrating our 3-year anniversary on September 4th. Thanks, Canyon Lake.
So come early, be loud, and stay late, Hawk fans. The Slot T Mafia is hunting for dinner.
And be sure to listen for Martelli to give away Meemaw's Tacos gift cards throughout the broadcast.
Go Hawks!
Hey folks, looking for an auto repair shop? Try Triple Peak Auto Repair. Rodney Sells, veteran proud, here in Canyon Lake. Give them a call at 830-237-6236. That's 830-237-6236. Open Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Triple Peak Auto Repair.
Hi, this is Terry from the UPS store located on 113 Stargrass inside the Good Life Pharmacy on FM 306. From packing and shipping to faxing and copying, we can do it all here at the UPS store. Amazon returns, we can take care of that. We also have a notary on staff throughout the day. Come see us here at the UPS store across from Rebecca Creek Elementary on FM 306.
Looking for a plumber here in Central Texas, and look no further than Cowboy Plumbing Services. Cowboy Plumbing Services, 830-214-4133, 830-214-4133, Cowboy Plumbing Services. Owner and operated Jared Criddle. He'll be the last plumber you'll ever need. License number M36742.
Hey, this is Corey from Canyon Lake Broadcasting. If you're looking for Jalisco-style Mexican food in Canyon Lake, stop by Cafe Guadalajara. Open Monday 7 a.m. to 9 p.m. and Saturday 8 to 3. Call in your order to go and get some Arturo's Mexican Charro beans. Cafe Guadalajara in Canyon Lake, authentic Jalisco-style Mexican food.
Have a heavy load? Call the professionals. Huth Transport can haul fifth wheels, travel and horse trailers, boats, ATVs, and so much more. Veteran owned and operated, Huth Transport is the reliable help you need. Call 210-373-1998. Again, that's 210-373-1998, or find us on Facebook. Let's go, Lake.
That Canyon Lake sunset doesn't get old. It's why most of our family and friends want to come visit all the time. The charm and beauty of the hill country, who could resist it? But like you, I don't have room for everybody at the house. The elegant solution is to let Bunkhouse be your guest bedroom. For less than the price of taking them out to dinner, your guest can have a safe and comfortable retreat after long days of exploring the hill country.
I want to thank our sponsor, North Shore United Methodist Church, for their continued support of Canyon Lake Broadcasting and the students of Canyon Lake High School. North Shore is the home of the fifth quarter, giving high school students of Canyon Lake a safe place to hang out, eat, and fellowship with friends after each varsity home game out on the pavilion. If you're personally looking for a church home, we invite you to check us out online or visit us in person each Sunday morning, where Pastor Sherry Clifton is bringing the message of hope and joy.
At Lucky Sports Bar and Grill, you won't fail to see the Big Texas personality. Come watch some of your favorite sports while enjoying our great food or an ice-cold beverage from our full-service bar. You can choose between indoor or outdoor patio-oasis seating. Lucky's is now open until 11 p.m. every Friday, varsity home games. Go Hawks! We're located at 18100 FM 306, and we're open daily, and you can find our hours at luckysportsbarandgrill.com or give us a call at 830-935-3115.
Broadcasting Voice of the Hawks here at the giveaway portion of our show. Marble Fall Band is out on the field. The Mighty Hawk Band just came out and gave us a nice performance. We got a nice couple of shots for you on the Mighty Hawk Band. So, as you know, we have a number of sponsors who give away stuff every week that we have a game, usually football. We gave away some during the volleyball game as well, and they're coveted prizes. So this is how you do. You text to win, and the game is open, so it's 210-246-3345. That's 210-246-3345. All the gifts are up. The Huth Transport, gift certificates, Rodney Sales, Triple Peak Automotive, Mystic Quarry Glamping, and that's that two-night teepee thing, and the Meemaw's Tacos as well, and the consolidation prize by Canyon Lake Broadcasting. So we'll put it on, and the game is on. Just give us a text, and we'll try to figure out who's going to win this thing here with LJ and I sitting here to, figure out who the big winners are, LJ.
Ernst and Ernst.
Ernst and Ernst. Here we go. Contest underway.
Yes, the excitement is palpable.
It is. You ready?
Palpable.
Ready?
That's
Indeed.
a great word.
It is. Now, that is a good word.
I'm going with that.
It won't be still.
It's better than trickeration.
I don't even know who that is.
Well, we got quite a contest that's gone on here in the first half as Canyon Lake has jumped out to a 35-7 lead. Could have maybe even been a touchdown more if they hadn't fumbled out through the end zone, but nice job by Canyon Lake there in the first half.
Yeah, and the call by Hunter, I was out. I had to step away for a minute. We had a little slight emergency in Dallas, Texas, which is where I'm headed after this.
Yes, going up there for a little game tomorrow. I think.
The Red River Rivalry.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's not the shootout anymore.
Yeah, and you have to be careful how you say that. I almost sound like Elmer Fudd. Web Wibble Wobble.
Yep. Well, that should be fun.
Yeah, it should be
we have winners.
All right, we have winners. Do we have all winners done?
Yes.
Okay, you can stop texting now, as I'm happy to report that we have winners for all of the prizes. We will be announcing those winners in between the third quarter and the fourth quarter. So in that little small break is when we will get you that. Corey's brain is fried, and he's really struggling.
I believe his phone is totally gone wacko too. I mean, it literally looks like a Vegas slot machine. It's spinning so fast.
Yeah,
I can't get it to.
He can't control
get it back to the.
He can't control it. That's
no,
the thing.
I can't.
You can't control it. It's out of control.
You can't. When you get a new message, it just rolls to. There we go. Everybody can stop. Now we can.
We have winners, folks. So you can stop. You can stop your texting as we have that in hand, and we will announce those winners between the third quarter and the fourth quarter. Now, LJ, you're making a trip on up to Dallas after this game this evening. You're gonna make the next 3 hours or so to get up there.
Yeah, I'm gonna my co-rider.
Yeah.
Hunter, who you got to hear on the broadcast a little bit,
Yep.
so I could solve an emergency.
Nice, very nice.
Yeah, worked out well. But yeah,
Awesome.
but then we got early rise because headed to college game day, and then off to the 11 o'clock.
Yeah, that 11 o'clock kickoff. I went to the 11 o'clock kickoff at A&M a couple of weeks ago for that Auburn game, and that it was an early morning. I drove over. That was a 5 a.m. drive over. So I can appreciate what you got to do. It'll be a little easier, although it'll be a late night getting in this evening or early morning.
Well, yeah, I think it's going to be in the wee hours of the morning, approximately.
Yes.
We'll probably roll up there about 2 o'clock.
Yep.
2:30 for a 5 a.m. wake-up call. It'll be awesome. But, the thing that keeps you going, aside from one heck of a ball game,
yep,
is this notion of a Fletcher's corn dog.
Oh, yeah. Well, as chance would have it, I'm planning to go up to Dallas tomorrow, but not for the game. But my daughters have joined themselves. My oldest lives in Dallas, and my youngest flew up there. So we're gonna do the weekend. But my wife was pulling up all the fried things at the state fair, and they have a whole page of things that are fried at the state fair. So
it's unbelievable.
It really is.
Now I can tell you with experience, I've had the fried butter.
Okay, all right.
And as bad as that sounds, it is not awful. And the bomb. I mean, you got to get a corn dog, folks. You can't go to the state fair and not get a corn dog.
100% agree with that.
If you don't have any coupons left, you got to go get the corn dog.
Corey is motioning, please, for the love of God, stop texting, because the texts keep coming in. We have winners. We're going to announce them. No need to keep texting at this point. Now, all that being said.
The piece de la resistance.
Yes.
Fried Oreo.
Fried Oreo.
That thing is a bomb.
So my wife showed me the fried cinnamon hot schnapps. It's whatever that brand is. I don't know what the brand is. I don't want to hawk that brand, but they apparently that is a fried thing. So
I don't even know how they pull that off. But yeah, it's what is it? It's not fire bombs. It's
Fireball.
Fireball. Yeah, fried fireball.
That's what it is.
Now I don't think.
So that's it. I know there's fried Dr. Pepper too. I've seen that before. So
yeah,
interesting.
You can't. I've never seen them fry the Laffy Taffy, or whatever the saltwater taffy that is. Yeah. I don't think I've ever seen fried Laffy Taffy or saltwater taffy.
You ought to enter that. That's a big contest.
It is a big contest.
That's how they get so many of them. There's a big contest.
But you're not going up there on a diet, folks. Well, I have foregone any kind of rules of eating to take on the state fair.
I grew up in the Dallas area, so state fair was something that there was a fair day that we got to go, and we made it every year for many years of my youth, and so fond memories there. So we're going to do that. My daughters really have never had a chance to do the fair, so we're gonna take it in this weekend.
I think my brother is on Texas OU number 30.
Oh, he's a regular.
Yeah, I want to say he started going. I want to say he started going in 1982 was his first year, and has been a stalwart since. Has never missed a Texas OU game. I had a long stretch there, but then broke the streak whenever Hawk football and baseball and everything else started. But
I know that we've got Evelyn working on the switcher, and we were getting a few shots of some of our camera operators. I don't know if we're going to get all those up there. We've got a number of people on there, and I will defer to Evelyn here. I know that we have Elise, and Elise's last name is what? Rush. Elise Rush on one camera, and we have Jacob King on another camera. I think that is correct. And then down on the field, we had Mandy. Mandy's last name? Lewis. Mandy Lewis, and Hunter Stearns down on the field, as well as Tristan Mobley. And give me the last name. Everett Hector. I should have a roster of those folks because we got a lot of them out there working hard tonight. some of them, this is the first time they've actually done the mobile cam, and we're getting them broken in, and it's always a little challenging, and but it's good. The kids are learning, and we're working through all of the details. So we're having a fine time. We got about 1:30 or so before we get here, and the teams come back on the field. We can see the tunnels have been blown up. And if I can get a shot of those tunnels.
The tunnels are aired up, ready to roll.
The tunnels are aired up, and the teams will be taking flight in just a moment. So if we can go to one of those cameras that show the tunnel, that'd be great. There you go. Awesome. And here comes the Hawks onto the field. That's coming right at you. There goes the crew of the JROTC. I showed you a little clip from JROTC. They put that little video together. We got a chance to show that some of the things that they do, so that's cool. And then here comes the Canyon Lake Hawks, and just any moment we're going to see the Marble Falls Mustangs. They're still just now getting into the back of their tunnel. They'll be coming on any moment.
Yep, and the Mustang almost looks like Puff the Magic Dragon.
Yeah, it's kind
of interesting.
It's got a little dragon look to it.
Of course, we have what do we have? The Screaming Chicken.
Yeah, they called it, I think somebody coined that, Screaming Chicken or something along those lines. But, yeah, the old Hawk used to have a lot of steam and
smoke coming out. Yeah. It was a grand entrance for certain. All of these things. And you talk about all the things that go on in high school football. It is not an easy feat to get this thing around, get it packed up, folded up. So hats off to those that are making that voluntary effort to do that.
It doesn't happen without some.
They got to have a generator. Yes. You got to tow that with you. You got to have the air pump. I mean, there's a lot going on to this. The whole thing as they try to reassemble it. So back in the day when you had the paper that was stretched across two poles. I got tackled by the paper once.
If I could get a shot of one of my camera folks, if I could get a shot over there on the old tunnel, you got about 6 people over there trying to figure out how to fold that bad boy back up. And
there's a lot. There's a lot of work going on there.
There's a lot and for the love of God, please stop texting because we have winners.
We have winners.
We have winners.
We have the smartest audience in the world, our Canyon Lake Hawk faithful, who are listening tonight, reminded me that we have they have a fried Twinkie.
Oh, yeah, the fried Twinkie. Yeah, that's
that's
a mainstay. That's been there a long time.
Yeah, it has. It's made. You know what? That would be an interesting, Hawk country reporter.
Yeah.
That may be the first fried thing that they ever had.
Beyond the old hot dog. I mean, the old hot dog that they turned into a corn dog.
Well, we're lining up for the kicks. Tracener is.
So here we go. And we're underway.
Well, welcome back to second half play. And our giveaways. Fumble on the reception there. Number 25 picks it up. He'll scramble off the 15, backside inside, finds a little gap and turns a little bit of nothing into something. That was a nice play by Joaquin Aguilar.
Yeah, kind of an interesting recovery. Sometimes you can see those types of plays really wreak havoc with the return team. The kickoff team, the Hawks did a great job staying in their lanes, maintaining, technically where they're supposed to be and able to come back around for that tackle.
Well, it'll be 1st and 10, Marble Falls, 35-7 here in the second half. Canyon Lake able to put a hodgepodge of different players on the defensive line for the first time, LJ. We hadn't seen them before, but they've been effective against the run.
Yeah, it's kind of a 7-2-2. They're going to keep 9 up in the box and hawk a safety.
Looks like a halfback pass downfield, and it is wide open. Caught Canyon Lake napping on the job. And that's the way you start off the second half if you're Marble Falls.
Man, that had everybody at Canyon Lake fooled. They were seeing run the whole way, a little toss-back pass. And the guy got deep. Had the pass been longer.
Parker Phillips.
It might have gone for 6 just then.
Yeah, that's exactly right, LJ. If the pass had been out there to where the receiver was, it would have been 6. But a little short, and they advanced the ball down to the 45-yard line of Canyon Lake.
Miner rolls out to left side, cocks his hips forward and got it, and almost picked off into the hands of number 20, the mainstay, Joaquin Aguilar, that LJ had talked about in the first half, being one of the key players in their offense.
Yeah, Miner, a left-handed quarterback, he's rolling out left. This is the play that hurt them, or that they actually capitalized on against Fredericksburg. They were a little overthrow, and it put it out there in a bad spot.
Yeah, he actually had 2 receivers out in pattern, and he put the ball right in between both of them, over through the first one and under through the second one. I don't know where he was going with it, but it was a little bit off target.
Well, it is second and 10, and it's going to be a running play right side.
Oh, ball's down.
Ball's out. Ball came out.
Football.
Canyon Lake says they have it. Let's see if the Hawk faithful, they do.
Yep.
The referee says Canyon Lake had. I did not see the ball go out. There's a replay there. Darren, did you get that?
We got it.
Look at the replay.
See if we can actually see it when it comes out. Contact is made by. Oh, and there's a ball on the ground, clearly on the ground before he went to the ground. So.
Minor making the call on his own number. Then it's a little, not a naked bootleg, but it's a bootleg. He tries to get off the edge and cuts it back up, but Hawks there to make contact and come up with a recovery.
You started off Marble Falls throwing the ball twice, and good halfback pass there a while ago from Aguilar to get Hawk defense on their heels and to turn it over here to Canyon Lake here at the second half of play. And this is Contreras, jet sweep right side. He'll try to get to the edge, and coming over to make the tackle, number 5, Dax Murphy, the senior. Nice little lick on the way out of bounds by Murphy.
Yeah, and it was an excellent play by Canyon Lake. Contreras able to slip through one tackle, shakes someone off his ankle, and gets to the edge. When Contreras can get wide open and turn on the jets, he can be pretty ferocious.
Nice job by number 77, Huth, getting out there and just kind of leading the way on that edge.
He did. Good play by Huth. First and 10, Canyon Lake. Rodriguez backstride, and this time he'd run that about 4 or 5 times in the second half, and they figured that out and finally got in. They're making the tackle is number 65. And that will be Mike Machalar. I butchered his name, and that was terrible.
Well,
are you going to? Did you get it?
I'm trying to figure it out.
Okay, I'm going to have to look at
Jimmy, give me a little help on that one. See, nobody's got it. Crowders drops back, has number 2, Opelt. Opelt takes the ball, reception down the 10, and he'll get inside about the 7-yard line. And Crowder putting the leather into the air to Opelt.
Canyon Lake,
hurry up offense.
Quickly up to the line of scrimmage. We'll give you that replay in a moment.
Crowder rolling around, has a man in the back of the end zone, can't see him. He's going to tuck and run it, and he'll get inside the 5. Good row by Crowder, LJ. I mean, he wanted to throw it. I see the maturity a little bit in there and did the right thing.
Okay, yeah, Crowder has really grown quite a bit in the first 5 games. And there's 2 things. One is Crowder is seeing the field better. Second thing is that Canyon Lake has been relentless on their secondary and able to get receivers behind the secondary and just have people wide open. Crowder able to get the ball to him. He's been very accurate tonight. Doing a great job.
Yep. I'd like to see the passing yards at the end of the game on this one. Well, it'll be a second and goal from the 4-yard line. We thank you all for joining. We have winners, so everybody can stop. The contest is over. We've got the winners. We'll announce that at the end of the third quarter.
So we have a penalty on a sideline infraction.
Yeah, that's sideline warning, I think is what they.
Yeah, they just give them a warning on the first one. They're just making sure that everybody's back.
And that was on Marble Falls.
Yeah, now interestingly, they're not looking at the other side.
Dive play, Contreras, and he's trying to push forward, and he won't get any more than about the 2-yard line. And LJ and Darren, that's going to be a 3rd down and 2 from.
Yeah, it's going
to for the Hawks.
Going to bring up an interesting call here. Does he again try to go right to the bread and butter run play, or does he try to do some sort of waggle there?
We saw Fredericksburg twice get down there on the 1, and they went middle both times, and both times were unsuccessful. This is the area of the field where they've been extremely effective. Now, number 73 is out, so they've got a new nose tackle in right now.
Inside trap, ball fumble, and picked up and scooped and scored.
Oh, my gosh.
Oh, my goodness. Abbott concentrating on the fumble, picks it up and gets across the line.
I'm going to have to watch
that.
What
a way to make a touchdown.
Going to have to watch that on the replay because I think the ball came loose early.
It did early. It got on contact. At the mesh point, it came loose.
It came loose, and the ball just was out there for grabs.
Yeah, I don't think anybody recognized the ball was on the ground.
I don't think
they were
so
still
either.
following the play.
They
it
were.
didn't look like Marble Falls noticed that the ball was down.
Nobody did.
He dove across, and Huth couldn't be more the happier.
We'll have to look at that again after this extra point.
Extra point by Van Alstal is up, and it's good. And it'll break to Canyon Lake 42 at 8:56 to go in the third.
I'm going to slow
7.
I'm going to slow that down a little bit.
Take a look at that, Darren.
We'll do that in slow motion here a little bit. He loses the ball early.
It hits.
I think
Abbott.
Abbott hits him and knocks the ball loose. And fortunately, it just rolls in front of Abbott. He's able to scoop it up.
Man, Abbott picked that thing up and dove into the foxhole for 6. There's your Canyon Lake ROTC, JROTC.
Getting
Coach
their
Medina,
push-ups in.
Sergeant Medina, and Major Lawrence.
And if you didn't know that the ball was on the ground, you're wondering what the heck Abbott's doing. It looks like he was down there picking up pixie sticks.
Honestly, when I first saw it, because I saw Crowder did not have the ball, I'm like, why? What? Where did it? Was that a peanut play at the goal line? I mean, I'm like, where did the ball go?
Where did it go? Where's Waldo?
Exactly.
Well, I mean, again, excellent presence of mind, by the Hawks. They've really the one thing that I've noticed is the concentration level for the Hawks has been tremendous this entire ball game. I mean, they have been dialed in. I think the week off really helped and, allowed them to kind of catch their breath after an extremely grueling season running into district.
Yeah, absolutely. The what you'll call the pre-district games were really murderer's row for the most part.
They were tough.
Here's a kickoff by Stracner. Stracner gets it out there. It's going to be to Castillo. He's going to fair catch this one. The first one they've done all night. Take it to the 25-yard line unless they miss and fumble. But
I think they're calling it.
Oh, yeah, I got a flag back here. I'm sorry.
I'm not sure what's going on. First of all, we got a flag. But second of all, I guess they are going to give him the fair catch. It looked like he caught it with his knee down. And so the ball go out to the 25 on a fair. But if he did not catch that, if he did not get a fair catch in and catches that and just touches his knee right there, he's down.
Yep. Well, it'll be first in at the 25-yard line.
I think they waved whatever it was off.
Okay, they waved the flag off.
Yeah, decided it's first from the 25.
Parker Phillips, 13 top of your screen for the Mustangs. In motion is Castillo. Going to be a quarterback pitch out to Castillo. He'll take the 25. He's got wheels, got an opening downfield, and there's an old slot T pitch and run. First down, Marble Falls.
Canyon Lake with an 8-man front that time. They split out 2 wide. Now, one of them's in space, and his job is to be that edge man. He gets in close, trying to make an attempt on a tackle. Castillo slips by him and is able to turn it into a big run.
Joaquin Aguilar just choking up on the play. Colton Minor's a junior. They've got a lot of youth on their team. I'm looking at the roster. Greg Limited goes both ways, 21. You've seen him tonight, along with number 29, Colton Minor, of course, the quarterback. Well, we've got some winners, and we've got some first times, and we've got some regulars who won, and we've got some people that I've never heard of, which doesn't mean anything. It's first and 10 for Marble Falls.
Well, we got a score update. Lamp is now ahead of Burnett, 14-7. That is in the third quarter. San Antonio Davenport still at halftime is 21-20 over Taylor. Fredericksburg is rolling over San Antonio Memorial right now, 42-6. Of course, we know our score, 42-7. Bernie, 35-14 over Uvalde.
So who is Fredericksburg playing?
Second down in
Memorial.
8.
San Antonio Memorial. Okay.
Yep. Inside trap play. Nice big hole. Up the middle he goes. Number 7 on his feet. It's a foot race across the 20, the 15, the 5, and out of bounds he goes. Now, the ball went forward, but they're not going to say anything other than he was out of bounds at the 2-yard line. Nice run by number 7, and that's Castillo. We talked about him a little earlier. He coming back in and showing his speed, and
that kid runs so tough. I mean, he had somebody basically bumping him all the way down the field, and he gets out in space. Down to the 3-yard line, probably started that stretch for the goal line a few yards early.
Yeah, and he clearly stepped out of bounds. You talked about the ball coming loose, but they called him out of bounds because he clearly stepped out of bounds at about the 2-yard line.
First and goal for the Marble Fall Mustangs at the 2-yard line. Becker Castillo is going to push it across their touchdown for the Mustangs.
And the Mustangs showing a bounce back. They made an adjustment at halftime in their offense, showing pass early, so it kind of spreads out the defense a little bit for Canyon Lake. You know, it causes when they start showing that pass, it causes linebackers to have to freeze a little bit because they can't give up that zone in the middle. And then effective on a couple of outside runs, and that time Castillo just right up the gut.
The extra point attempt will be by number 33, Laranaga. Here's a hold. The kick is up, and it's blocked. It's blocked. Reiners picks it up, or he tries to.
He wanted
He wanted to pick up that ball so bad. Carson Reiners, number 80.
He was thinking, let me scoop and score right there.
Yeah,
that's right.
That would have gone back for 2.
He won the old kick 6. Well, folks, we're glad to be with you tonight here. I'm glad you're watching us out there. And Evelyn is on the YouTube channel. Let her know where you're from or what you're doing. And she'll let us know where you're from. We'll give you a shout out there. Glad to be there tonight.
See if we can get that block right up the middle, and that was a nice job by Reiners.
It was. He was thinking touchdown all the way, baby.
He did. He was wanting it.
Well, we got some winners here tonight. We'll give them away here at the end of the third quarter in 7 some odd minutes. But it's going to be interesting as the district goes on. Next week, we will be going to Davenport to play Davenport, obviously. And you want to watch that one. It's 2 teams that played last year, and Cane Lake came on top, and we all went on 5-0 through district and took the district title. And that was a game Davenport West State has. The only game they lost until they got to the playoffs, Darren.
Yeah, Davenport will be a tough out. I think it's going to come down to probably them and 1 or 2 other teams. Canyon Lake, I think, will give them a run for their money.
Yeah, and if there's a play that they're remembering, they're going to remember that fake punt. That was a great recap by Hunter.
Yeah, it was. Well, kicking the ball off, they're lined up for an onside kick. Hands teams out there for Canyon Lake on this side of the field. Sometimes they go cattywampus and go the other way on the other side, but it's not. It's going to be drilled in there, and it's going to be an effective kick. And I'll tell you, Canyon Lake had it, but Marble Falls jumped on it and scored it back out. And Canyon Lake did not get on. It's Marble Falls football, number 52 with the recovery. Noah Lyon, the person that plays linebacker and offensive guard, one of their stalwarts on their team.
Yeah, and
making it happen. He was a captain.
He was a captain. The ball goes down low, and
hits number 53.
Yep,
right in his legs.
Yep, it's off the leg, and they were quickly on the ball.
Yeah, that's Chandler Cross. Doesn't see the ball a lot. Maybe a little odd to him that the ball was coming in that quick.
I don't know. Canyon Lake was really ready for that onside kick, particularly.
Little mix-up on the play here. Minor rolls out, looks downfield, tries to throw it forward. Got to be a little careful when you do that sometimes. You might get a forward pass that's incomplete, a fumble.
Yeah, and they're probably going to get a little free coaching on that deal a little bit. Minor got hit, and he is now off the field, so they're coming in with a backup quarterback. Just trying to get rid of the ball, and he
kind of underhanded through it.
Yeah, it is a little Patrick Mahomes style.
Number 15, your quarterback. Here comes Canyon Lake. They had the blitz on, and no gain on the play. Might have lost on the play, and that was Castile. Number 11 came in, and that's Thomas Valdez for the quarterback. As Minor went out, I don't see him coming back in. Do you, LJ?
No, they got him off on the sideline. They're talking to him, just kind of, making an evaluation over here.
We're up pretty high, so we're a little bit far away, but it's number 15. I'm sorry. That's Noah Lucky, the junior. There's going to be second down, and I'll make that second down on about 10. Castillo again bounces out the midfield, still on his feet. Got a window. They're not going to catch him. Here comes Rodriguez. Rodriguez pushes him out of bounds. Caden Rodriguez, the senior, on the far side of the field.
That was an everything you can play by Rodriguez then. He just came around the block, basically, to get that force out of bounds.
Yep.
I mean, he goes through that block and just kind of shoves him to the outside.
A lot of jawing going on down there. I can see Lindell try to get on the tackle, but Rodriguez, game-saving. So it is 42-13.
Yeah, it is. They didn't. They had a missed extra point with the block.
First and goal at the 8-yard line for Marble Falls. Here comes the slot T offense. They're going to grind this one down. Reiner's on the tackle.
It's a big wrap up by Reiners, and just it kind of gets basically gets yardage on the fall.
Larinaga on the carry. He's second and goal from about the 7, as best I can tell. We're good at 75 to maybe 100 yards away from the ball itself up here. And a very nice press block by Marble Falls. Real chilly up here.
It is that.
Castillo in motion. Draw play right up the middle. Very effective. Good block by number 75, making it happen up there, and that's Joey Galvan.
Definitely going to be 4-down territory, I think, but this is a 3rd and critical right here for Marble Falls as they need to capitalize on that onside kick. And, you know, a real test right here down deep in the red zone for Canyon Lake's defense. They're staying with the 6-man front, kind of a 6-2.
It'll be 3rd and goal from about the 3. Canyon Lake jumped
they
it
jump
there,
off
boy.
sides.
What a nice read by Marble Falls, getting to Canyon Lake to jump and taking advantage of their eagerness, we'll call it.
The man in motion that was what really caused Canyon Lake to jump.
Yeah.
It was just they got the Jimmy Lake.
The whole team did.
Yep.
Yeah, and they
it was like a Choctaw Nation dance. Everybody was hopping around.
They definitely crossed the river on that one.
I have a buddy who is a Choctaw Indian in Oklahoma, and I'll tell you what, he can do some dancing. Very impressive. Be second down, or make that 3rd and goal from the about 2, maybe 3. Call it the 2. Flag on the play, and they're waving this down. Contreras and Anderson on the tackle. Like to see what the call is for the refs. It's going to be against Marble Falls offsides motion. So it'll take it back and it'll be repeat the down just a little bit further back, 7-yard line.
Well, yeah, and that's the disadvantage of being inside the 5. You get half the distance on one penalty, but you get the full distance going backwards. So 3rd and critical just got 3rd long and critical.
You're right, LJ. 4-down territory here at 5:26 to go. 42-13 is the score. Man in motion. And a fumble. Ball went out on the ground, and Canyon Lake says they have it, and they do. Reiners finally got his fumble, LJ.
Man, he came up big that time, and that again, it's that mesh point. Now, you know, we talk about the transition between center and quarterback all the time, and when you get a new quarterback in there, a lot of times especially when he comes in cold, you know, that is just one of those mesh points you got to adjust to quickly.
You know, somebody said something to me the other day. I don't remember who it was. They said, "What is the mesh point LJ uses?" What does that mean? I said, well, I'll get him to explain that.
Yeah, the mesh point would be it's just another descriptive word, far better than trickeration. It's the point at which you're transferring the ball from one point to from one player to another.
Very well done.
And so a mesh point on a handoff would be where the quarterback is placing the ball in the running back's, you know, belly or hands.
Caden Lewis on the run as we have an official timeout with an injured athlete down on the ground. I hope they're not a little shaken up. I don't know if he has to come out or not. In comes number 10. We all know who that is, Cole Becker. It'll be interesting to see next year in February. UIL does the realignment, right, to see where Canyon Lake lands as district foes. For right now, we're in district play here. Abbott pushing the pile forward. He'll gain about 4, maybe 5. It's going to be a 3rd down and 2. Right behind number 55. He very well done by Wyatt Roberts.
I just got a text message from one of our from Capital Farm Credit.
Capital Farm Credit.
David Harrison coming
Harrison.
through strong. He said we need to give away a fried charcuterie tray.
Well, he had texted me, and I didn't say anything because I'm waiting for the giveaway. And we're not frying a charcuterie, by the way.
No, but wouldn't that be something?
Boy, I tell you. 3rd down and 2. Dive play, and Abbott still pushing the pile. He gets across. He should have enough the first down. They'll see where they mark the ball. It will be close.
Far side is going to give it to him. It looks like it gave it to him by a yard.
Yeah, it is a first down Canyon Lake, and that is just pushed by Abbott.
Yeah, he really only had he had to get to the 20-yard line, so he gets past that, and that gets the first down.
If we could come up with a fried charcuterie tray to enter into the state fair, Darren, we might be onto something.
Well, would you
Here we go.
fry each charcuterie element?
Well, how do you do that? You
Like
staple it to the ground and you put the whole thing into the wood and everything like a cedar plank? Canyon Lake. Draw play up the middle.
And he's
Little
off.
peanut play. Off to the races is Abbott. Stiffs arm gets across midfield down to the 40-yard line, maybe about the 39. And Marble Falls didn't see that one coming. There's a replay right there, right after the peanut play. Sometimes you run that, and sometimes you get good yards. Sometimes you just wish you never heard of it.
So the two candidates we have for fried goods at the state fair, fried Laffy Taffy and the fried charcuterie tray.
I'll tell you what, if you
I
find a
can't
way
believe-
to fry an entire charcuterie tray. Look, we're going to stick with the fall charcuterie giveaway coming up at the next cold front, so y'all be prepared for that. It's a tradition that we give away. Some of you may not know what we're talking about. Here is a jet sweep to Cottrell. Cottrell across the 40, 45, 30, cuts back at the 20, and is bulldog down at about the 15-yard line. Cottrell.
That was a heck of a run, and that poor safety wish he had never met Trevin just then, is he just ducked his head and went for gold.
Just those Converse shoes, Chuck Taylor, making it happen.
That's a nice 25-yard pickup right there.
So it'll be 1st and 10, Canyon Lake at about the 19-yard line. I'm sorry, makes 14-yard line. Coming out this Gillum, top of your screen. It's 3 touchdowns tonight. Cottrell at the bottom of 21. Shotgun 4, Canyon Lake is going to give this number 25, a sophomore who has a lot of potential right now. It's Caden Lewis. He ran the ball a few times tonight. He's just one of those talented sophomores that Canyon Lake is just culling right now for next year. And they've come in and made quite a difference on the team. Whole load of those sophomores on the football team. Last night, if you missed it, we talked about the JV game just for a bit. It was a 20-20 tie. It was a shootout of epic proportions. And it was a good game. It's one of those games that somebody has to lose, but last night no one did. They walked a high snap. Crowder takes the ball, and he rears one back and throws it downfield. Incomplete. Now they're going to throw a flag on him saying he was outside the box or somebody did some kind of personal foul. I didn't catch that. Did you?
They're going to try to call a grounding call here, and he's outside the tackle box. I think
way outside the tackle box.
Yeah, I don't know how they can even think that's intentional grounding then.
Intentional grounding, though, by Crowder, number 12.
I'm going to disagree with that. He is outside.
Look here. He throws the ball almost at the 30, on the numbers at the 30.
I think that the issue is that the ball did not get out of bounds and there wasn't a receiver close to it. So that's probably how they're going to call it, because he was outside the box, but the ball landed in bounds without a receiver there.
Well, that'll cost Canyon Lake a huge hickey down there, and it'll be 3rd down in El Paso for Canyon Lake. They'll have to get the line of gain as the 4. Shotgun formation again. Caden Lewis is going to bounce it outside. He may get to El Paso. He's across the 10, and he's pushing towards the 5. Where did he end up? Did he get the first down or not?
They didn't give him the stick. They're calling him inside the
first down. Number 25, Caden Lewis.
Did they give it to him?
Yes. He must have been Marty Robbins.
Oh, my goodness.
Because he sung a lot.
He goes right over the stick. Yeah, they're going to give it to him.
Oh, they're not moving the down markers though.
Well, the judge over there said forward.
I don't think they moved it. I think they called him inside the
Well, the line judge over there said move the sticks.
Yeah, he was
moving his arm. I watched him.
Well, and Green and Charlie are going to have a conversation with the umpire on it, because he's saying, yeah, you're right. They did call him for him.
They did call it.
But the line judge spotted the ball on the 5. The 5 is a little bit shy of the pole to go.
Well, we're meeting of the minds here. Get the United Nations out here and figure out what's going on.
For us,
they're going to be 4th and 1 is the final verdict.
Yeah, as we looked at it on the replay, it looked like there was quite a collision right at about the 5-yard line, and it was really hard to see where the ball was. So that's the call they're going to make, 4th and inches.
Crowder's going to give it to Abbott, and Abbott pushes forward for the first down. So it'll be 1st and goal from about the 4-yard line. A little bit of pushing and shoving going down into the trenches with the big boys.
Yeah, I mean, this is – I'm telling you, we've seen this several times. Marble Falls is tough when their backs against the wall down here inside the 5.
You had mentioned it earlier, the game before, I believe, you had 2 goal line stops.
Yeah, two stops on the 1-yard line against Fred, and then they've shown – pretty good prowess down here with Canyon Lake, too.
It'll be 1st and goal for Canyon Lake. Harris Gillum, top of your page. Or the screen.
Jump pass.
Well, we're going to 1:24 to go, and we'll announce the winners here in just a minute of the giveaway section of our show. This is going to be Abbott on the left side. And I'll tell you what, Huth made a hole of his person he was trying to get out of the way, and it was Thomas Valdez, and I know they're not friends.
As many times as they pounded the inside when they're down here, I mean, if you had play action right now, it would be a good time for it because Gillum was wide open on a short slant. A quickie right into the end zone. If you could freeze those linebackers and hold somebody out, Gillum had that wide open.
2nd and goal from the 2. There he goes, touchdown. Canyon Lake gets on the board, and there's the Caden Lewis's first touchdown of his senior varsity career. At 38 seconds to go here in the 3rd quarter.
Good job on the edge, just in. Nice block down, and Caden able to grab that corner and head towards it.
Contreras does a nice job in that slot position, just really helping the end just seal that off, and it was a walk-in for Lewis.
Yeah, the edge blocking then has been all night for Canyon Lake, by the way.
Next one attempted by Von Allstall, holding the ball down there. That's Graham Simpson. Simpson holds, and Van Allstall gets up, and it is good. Well, here at 38 seconds to go, 48-13 is your score. We got any updates across the district, LJ?
I'll get to that. Just let me hit that refresh button.
Before you do, don't do that. I'm going to tell you we have a winner here, and it's the Capital Farm Credit Warthog knife sharpener.
The greatest knife sharpener ever.
And you own one. You have one. I don't. Okay, so let's not everybody.
I'm telling you, David Harrison really. He showed up big when he brought that as a prize.
It's a very mechanical-looking piece of equipment there.
In the 3rd quarter, Davenport has turned on the Jets, and they have surpassed Taylor now 35-27 in what appears to be the shootout of the night. Lampasses is up on Burnett now 20-14.
20-14. That is that's a signal.
So here's an interesting tidbit. Y'all will remember, those that have been watching Lake football for a while. Ace Whitehead was the quarterback for Lampasas High.
For a number of years.
Mason Long back deep.
For a number of years.
Number 27.
Recruited at Baylor to play football, but chose to play baseball at the University of Texas.
He did.
My son Chase is catching him in the bullpen now at UT. Yeah. And
Strasner gets a wobbler off, and it'll go out of bounds, and that'll draw a flag.
They've had plenty of opportunity to talk a lot about some of the olden days.
Well, you got to know is Ace Whitehead, right? You know he was watching these last 2 games. He's alumni. He's probably one of the better players since Johnny Lamb Jones. I don't know, but you know he watched the last 2 games, and him and your son probably had those conversations.
Oh, they have lots of conversations, but Ace, the way they met, Ace recalled the game against Canyon Lake back when he was quarterback, and Chase said, "Yeah, I remember that one too because I picked you off." So they went back and watched, believe it or not, Canyon Lake Broadcasting to go see the film.
And
the tail of the tape.
The tail of the tape.
Well,
That's nice.
Yeah, it is. First
glad
and 10.
glad we could be a small
Absolutely.
service. Small service.
We are a small service.
Well, I'm telling you, first and 10 to the 32-yard line. Back deep is going to drop pass, has a man downfield, and just a little bit out of the reach. Number 15 laying it out there, and that's Lucky, the quarterback in there.
Yeah, and that little wheel route had a step on the defensive back, but unable to quite get it to him.
I got another little shout-out to give here. Jacob King is one of our camera operators tonight. He's out there working one of the cameras. And I'll tell you a little story about him in just a moment. He's a sophomore at King Lake High School, part of the King Lake Broadcasting Club. Here is a trap play up the middle by Marble Falls. It'll pick up about 2 yards, giving up a third down and about 8 yards, maybe 7 yards. But our rival, Wimberley, crossed the Blanco River there. And Canyon Lake got their Little Leagues together, 6th grade Little League football teams, and they have they played each other, and they had their own little battle of the backbone. And the Wimberley folks down at Wimberley has their own broadcasting crew, and their camera operator came up nil. As the whistle blows here, we've got a timeout or offsides, I'm not sure which. But so that's the end of the third quarter is what that is. I'm sorry. And so we'll be going over to the fourth quarter here at 49-13 is your score. But so they reached out to me, and I'll tell you what. I said, I don't have anybody, but let me put out a message on our sports app, and I did. Jacob King answered the call. So Jacob King went over to the Wimberley football stadium with the Wimberley production to watch and to film the 6th grade Battle of the Backbone Little League football game, and it was a packed house, they said. I've seen bits and snips of it, but our King Lake Broadcasting Club junior Jacob King went over and filmed the whole thing and became the hero of the day.
Serving the community.
Serving the community.
Serving the community, we are.
Yep. So hats off to him. Might get him some Twinkies or something, whatever he wants.
One of the very few organizations, broadcast organizations, that is student-led as well. We are volunteers. We are dads. We are Canyon Lake Hawks. We are students.
We are. Kids all went through here as well. We want to thank everybody to join us. It's going to be third down and a long 8. Ball 35-yard line here. 12 minutes to go in the game. Next week we'll be outside amongst the natives. We're going to have to build a table in the stands for the Davenport game, but it should be a good game. In motion, Marble Falls, quick pitch out to the right side, and that's number 20, I believe, again on the carry, Aguilar. He's so fast I can't pick up his number, and they're a good 50-something yards away from the press box.
Yeah, that's Joaquin Aguilar, and he's their he and number 7, Jaime Castillo. They have been the go-to people. Castillo with a couple of really long breakout runs, just unable to finish.
Canyon Lake has got some of their sophomores in there.
Ball down again.
Ball out, and well. What a scramble by the quarterback. He's going to air one down. Has a man just standing there. Nobody around him and incomplete.
Oh, my
Number
goodness.
3, Max Granger had the quarterback down, and he let him go. And number 15, Lucky, got lucky. He scrambled out and had 2 men sitting down there in center field with nothing to do but catch the ball.
And broke up each other's pass. I don't think they realized they were both there, and they had a collision, and neither one of them came up with the ball.
Sometimes when it rains, it pours.
Well, the ball that whole play was ill-fated to start with. It started with the ball on the turf, and then you had Max with his arms around the guy's head and let him go. Wow, what a play!
Anderson on the tackle there. That was number 33 on the carry. Laranaga. So they're going to bring up third down and about 7 again. Ball at the 48-yard line of Canyon Lake.
Eli Hammond's out. Wonderlick back in.
Look at the line on Canyon Lake's defense. We don't see that very much. And Lucky didn't get lucky this time. It's a full blitz by Reinhardt. And Reinhardt, huge sack on the play. And that will go down as a single sack for that man there. Loss of about 7 on that to bring up fourth down into 14.
Reinhardt's showing up really big the second half. I mean, he's always showing up big. I can't say enough about the progress and the job that he's done on that edge. Carson has just been lights out all season long. But that time, they're just too many bodies in front of them, and they're able to be aggressive and get through. So he's got a tackle for loss, a sack, and a fumble recovery. That's not a bad day's work.
But it's not too bad when they don't block you, and they didn't block him that time at all.
No.
Well, you're exactly right. For the first time, Canyon Lake has a little more speed on their side than they're used to, playing a very tough non-district schedule.
It's some of the fastest teams we've seen.
Oh, my gosh. Veterans Memorial and East Central.
East Central was lightning fast.
So we got some things. We have things to give away.
We have some business to take care of. We do. Here comes the winners of the of Meemaw's Tacos and all the other gifts. If I call your name, very simply, all you have to do is text me back your name, right, and your address. Everybody listen up. Put the blender up.
Name and address.
Turn the music down.
Simply a simple text.
Get up on the edge of your lazy boy recliner with that tin metal tray.
No phone call.
No phone calls. Here goes the winners. Listen up, folks. Here we go. Meemaw's Tacos, $8 gift certificate. 2 of them. One will go to Betty Rodriguez and Natalie Jones.
Oh, very nice.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Yeah. And Rodney Sales, Triple Peak Automotive giveaway off your next automotive repair. Is a nice kick. King Lake has nobody back to let this one go. No need to have anybody back there. And they'll down it inside the 10-yard, around the 8 or so. Rodney Sales, Triple Peak Automotive. The winner is Gage Jones. Gage Jones will receive, I can't remember the percentage of the discount you get on anything you bring to Rodney down there at Triple Peak Automotive.
You're going to get a discount.
You are going to get a discouount. It's I don't want to say because I'm not sure, but I need one. We've all took our cars there. We know.
Yeah.
The other place, Hoot Transport, $50 gift certificate goes to Loy Mo. Now, he's won before.
Loy Mo.
Loy Mo, I recognize that name. Here's the other one, which is she's going to go crazy when I say this.
Yes.
She's in her house in the garage right now. Got about 80 dogs. They live with 80 dogs.
Okay.
Maybe 5.
Okay.
Yeah. Angie Peters.
And the winner. Oh, the mayor.
The mayor.
The mayor of Canyon Lake.
Yes, the mayor of Canyon Lake, Angie Peters.
Congratulations. And what was that she won?
Dive play up the middle there. Angie Peters won the $50 gift certificate. It's like a Landry's or Saltgrass Steakhouse.
Oh, my goodness. That's a winner right there.
That's a winner chicken dinner.
Oh, we got a flag.
We got another flag.
That's a little extracurricular flag.
There is extracurricular activities.
That was a big push by Canyon Lake just then. They do this. We saw them kind of start this, a couple of years ago, but the lineman will get behind the running back and just cause a push.
Yeah, they're calling that a play in the NFL these days.
They are.
The tush push.
The tush push.
A league has gotten way too soft for me.
Oh, my goodness.
The Eagles, they're coining it behind Jalen Hurts, and they call it the tush push.
Well, you see it. I mean, you see it often on
conduct on Canyon Lake, and so that's going to push them back 10 yards. I didn't see who it was, but when you're the second person to retaliate, we all know that's the call. Now we got the official timeout for I'm not sure what reason.
Might make note we have a new quarterback.
Number 16 is a quarterback. I was just about to say that's why that's Graham Simpson, number 16, the quarterback. Jet sweep right side. Graham Simpson, quarterback keep. Graham's going to have an open field, and Simpson takes the ball and gets across to about the 18-yard line. Good to see Graham Simpson in there. I hadn't seen him behind the center all year. We've seen Hopper.
Graham is a heck of an athlete. He really showed up well last year in baseball. Large contributor and is proven to be quite the athlete on the football field. Quite the bit of speed he has.
Yeah.
A little bit different style, probably, as he called his own number.
3rd down and 1. This is going to be Cottrell. Cottrell found the edge. He's down the right side across the 30. Lowers his shoulder, gets across the 35 down to about the 37, 38-yard line. First down, Canyon Lake.
Cottrell is punishing people one-on-one when he gets to that outside. He is holding no quarter. He gets out there and just lowers his shoulder and gets after it.
You're right. This is his biggest night as far as rushing goes. This will be his top yardage for the season so far. Well, we have another winner here. Just hang on here. We got here is the Warthog by Capital Farm Credit, David Harrison. That will go to, guess this. You ready? You ready? Here we go. Brian Hooper.
Brian Hooper, congratulations.
Attaboy, Coach.
All
Yeah.
right.
Jet sweep left side. Contreras again cuts back and uses his Chuck Taylors. So they're about look-alike Chuck Taylors to get a couple of yards out of that. Brings up second down. So Coach Hooper won him the Warthog cut. You got a picture of that thing?
I got it here somewhere. I was just looking for it.
It was wicked.
Where did I?
Or it is wicked.
Where did I put the? Where did I? Oh, there.
We have a senior moment over there, sponsored
Nah,
by Geritol.
There you go. Right
there you go. Look at that
that
thing. You get in there and looks like something out of Braveheart. I'm not sure what that is.
I am telling you.
Does Coach need training before he uses it?
I don't know.
He's
a Marine.
Okay.
Oh, well, first of
Coach
all,
is a Marine.
First of all,
easy. You're going to whip out his Gerber. Third down in about 7. This time backside again. They're going to give it to Contreras, and they're just going to ride that pony till he craters into the stall. That's not Contreras. Yeah, it's Caden Lewis. My mistake. Yeah, so no, Coach Hooper, he'll figure that thing out in no time.
Yes.
It only takes about 10 seconds.
Oh.
I mean, that is the beauty of the thing, is its simplicity. It looks ominous, but I'm telling you, the thing is fantastic.
It's scary, like going into movie theater when you're 12 years old to see Jaws. It's very ominous, scary.
I can't watch movies like that. I still haven't seen that movie.
You know what, Connor? I'm going to tell you about Connor real quick. So let me get this. Third down and 8. Big third down. Jet sweep, backside trap. It's Lewis again. He's got a huge hole. He cuts back. There he goes across the 40, the 35. Cuts back at the 30, and he is down somewhere about the 27-yard line. What a run by number 25, Caden Lewis. Here's the replay, LJ.
I've got to tell you, we saw him a little bit in earlier ball games, and I've really gained a lot of respect for Caden Lewis. His footwork is incredible, and he's got really good speed. You know, he keeps his eyes downfield. He's got really good field awareness. That's a good run. So he got his first touchdown tonight.
He did. He got his first down and 10 for Canyon Lake at the 34-yard line. Make that to 28-yard line. Again, number 28 up the middle, getting everybody that's cashes in. But now he's got a little brother who plays on the freshman team, and there's a whole host of Zimbas coming through the athletic program here at Canyon Lake. Well, back to the giveaways. The giveaways. I'm sorry. The Mr. Quarry teepee giveaway. This is the one that everybody covets. There's this teepee out at Mr. Quarry in Canyon Lake, and it's a cat's meow. We've showed it several times, and everybody wants to win this prize. And I know a lot of teachers out there trying to win this thing. And the winner of that, and I'm not sure if I got it right, but wait for this play here to run up the middle trap and gain a few yards, brings up third down. The winner is Treasure Clark.
All right. Treasure Clark. Congratulations.
I spun it, and that's what happened, and I hope I got that right.
You get a night.
Two nights
there.
2 nights
and
stayed
one of those
the
teepees.
The glamping thing over there. In the,
yes.
Yeah, glamping.
Very nice. You know,
Very nice.
That's the interior. Look at that
Look
right
at that.
there. Congratulations to Treasure.
You can play Yahtzee all night long on that thing. Get you a couple friends.
Yeah, it is coveted. Now, we don't say necessarily that people covet. We're not accusing people of breaking one of the commandments here.
Covet.
I mean, thou shalt not do that.
Covet. I shall not be an idol worshiper of the glamping teepee tent.
But thou shalt want a glamping teepee.
Yeah, you bet. Everybody does.
Well, there was a flag on the play.
There was. They waved it off.
They waved it off, yep.
Yeah. So to make second, that's I think that's third down. I got to tell you, folks, I can't see across the field. It's kind of dark. Marble Falls has these the stadium lights are not like ours. They depressed, shadow lights. I'm not sure what they are. As number 5 takes it to the right side. He's going to get the first down the more, and there's somebody we hadn't seen run the ball, Ryder Smith, another sophomore for Canyon Lake.
Great job by Ryder just then, and again showing a little.
Look at him go around the edge there.
Football gumption, and now we got a flag on the far side.
It happened at the time of the play, so that's when it was thrown right there.
Far side was at the time of the play, but then we had a near side penalty called, and I think they called it on the coaching staff.
Oh my!
I mean, this guy, he threw it in.
That's the second time they would have gotten a sideline warning, and that probably what it is. I see the coach kind
And this guy must have. I mean, they're really picking on that. I can tell you right now. I've seen our coaches out on the field on the other side where they must not be paying as much attention to it.
Well, we'll figure this out in a minute. We did have a warning. You're right. Darren Errol said that. So maybe this was the I warned you once, you're going to get a flag a second time.
Going back to the play.
Yeah, going back to the play.
At the tail end of this play is where they actually throw the flag. He makes the edge, lowers his shoulder. You're going to see a little bit of a block in the back right there. I think they're called a clip. I don't get the
maybe the flag was flown at that block. You're
so
right.
that's what they're marking off right now.
Yeah,
and that was a legit call. There's those uniforms, LJ, right there. And
yep.
Got a replay up here, and Darren's been doing a bang-up job on getting the replay done tonight.
So after that play, then they give another – they mark it back for the sideline warning.
There we go.
So it basically they basically negated themselves, and net result is first down Canyon Lake.
Yeah, they moved the sticks at the end of the day.
Yeah.
Look, this is very complicated. Let's just play football. First and 10 at the 12-yard for Canyon Lake after – all that strangeness. 49-13 is the score. 5:30 to go here, and we've got a consolation prize. Darren gets some time to whip that one up. Quarterback keep inside. He'll bounce his way inside the 10 down to about the 6 or 7 yard line. That's the new quarterback, Graham Simpson. But we have a consolation prize, and the consolation prize is in step with what's going on here. It's October. It's fall. It's Halloween's coming up. And we have a giveaway, and the consolation prize is Betty Rodriguez. Let's see if we got a picture of – look, there you go. Where's that at?
Right there.
Look, that's what you won.
You got some Halloween treats right there.
Cheesy rubber Halloween treats. Look at that.
That is nice.
Worth 10. Look at that.
Bats.
Look, bats. There's a spider in there. Found that one on my hat.
Very nice. Very, very nice.
Cost dozens of dimes, nickels.
Well, that's they don't call it a consolation prize
That's right.
for no reason.
I tried to find a baby donkey, but I didn't.
Did you? What did they sell out of oven mitts?
Well, I did get the oven mitts for the previous winners, but I thought I'd boost it up a little bit, being Halloween's coming.
I hate to say this, but there's nothing consoling about a rubber bat.
Well, Betty Rodriguez is going to get one in the mail in about a week.
If she gives you that,
yeah. If she wants, she may deny it. She may deny it, but
Halloween's my least favorite holiday.
Oh my goodness,
man, it's a bizarro world. Third down in short, backups inside. Canyon Lake and Marble Falls shutting the door. Marble Falls has got a few players in there themselves, some of their sophomores, giving them a little bit of experience, which is good by the coaching staff here.
What's it?
3:49 to go.
Look, we're Canyon Lake Hawks, and we call Canyon Lake football games. And I've got to tell you, though, I'm so confused at the reason why Marble Falls is getting sideline warnings, and we have three coaches that are way outside the box.
Fourth down.
And field goal.
The attempt by Van Ostall to redeem himself, and he does. Van Ostall nails it through for the 3.
He does.
So that's about a 24-yard field goal by Van Ostall, the senior.
Great
he
kick
missed
right
the 27 earlier. Just hit it a little thin last time, but this time he puts the boot into it. So Canyon Lake goes up 52-13 with 3:19 to go here. But no, the prizes will just shoot me over your address, and I give the address to the sponsors, and they reach out and mail you or deliver your gift, and they'll be reaching out to you shortly. I have not had anybody stay at the Mystic Quarry Glamping Teepee thing yet, but I'm anxious to find out what it was.
I'm done. I mean, there's a king bed inside of the teepee.
I know.
And air conditioning.
Oh yeah, it's
climate controlled.
Oh yeah, it is glamping.
It is at its finest. Okay, 42-35 in the fourth quarter. San Antonio Davenport over Taylor. And Lampasas is now pulling ahead of their rival Burnett with the score of 35-14 in the fourth. Final, Bernie beats Uvalde 35-16. And Fredericksburg rolled over San Antonio Memorial. That one is also final, 49-6.
Well, kicking off here will be Strassner. He'll boot it out there. Number 27 back deep, Mason Long, along with Becker. Strassner, I watch him at practice sometimes. He's capable of getting it out of the end zone, but he's also very good at placing the ball where the coaches want him. And it was going to be a fair catch by number 3, but he decided not to, but picked it up and took off anyway for the Jaguars, Yoel Gutierrez.
Well, he had a good memory, Jen. It's almost like for a second he wasn't going to play the ball, but it is a live ball on the kickoff. So it could be anybody's. He snags it up real fast and gets it out past the 40.
Yeah, good field position for Marble Falls. 3:15 to go in the game. I'm assuming Canyon Lake has all 3 timeouts, and the timeouts in the Mustang bucket over there says 2, so we'll go with that. There's Miss Olivia there, our twirler. She is a majorette. Very multi-talented. 1st and 10, Marble Falls. Inside trap play, and immediately is hit by defensive line. Pickup of about 2. And a lot of people when it comes to slot T offense, I'll be square. A lot of people just don't like it. I like it. It's a physical game. I like the physical game. It's not a lot of, flash and pass, but it'll wear you out.
I do, and I like the variation that Canyon Lake's done with it this year under.
Oh, big tackle on the far side of the field,
Coach Green. I mean, they're incorporating the pass into that more. They're getting more routes, more people out in patterns, and I think that makes it even that much more dangerous.
Yeah, you'll see Liberty Hill's done well with it over the years.
They have.
And when we just talked about Comfort joining the ranks of the slot T, and you've got a disciple down here, LJ at Marble Falls, and a good coach.
Yep, you do. And what I liked about Green this year is he's running the same plays out of different sets.
Yes.
Trap up the middle for Marble Falls.
I made the observation the other day, and we saw this in the East Central game. He ran 349 4 times in a row, the last 2 out of different sets, and was successful out of the shotgun, running 349.
1st and 10. Back to pass is Lucky. Here comes the pressure. He throws one up, has a man wide open, but just didn't have enough time. Applying the pressure down the field in Lucky's face.
Yeah,
was number 7.
He had to jump
3.
up just to get rid of that.
Max Granger, we don't talk about him a lot, but he will be somebody we talk about later on in the following year, 2 years. Another sophomore for Canyon Lake.
Yeah, Granger had a sack earlier. He had his up around Lucky's head and had to let go of him, and it turned into that crazy play that ended up being an incompletion.
Body machine number 21 for them. That's Greg Lemon. He'll sophomore. Expect a lot out of him over the next couple of years for the Mustangs. Quick pitch out from Lucky out to number 4 on the carry, and that's one of the juniors, Jet Matrix.
Eli Hammonds makes a great play right there, coming down the line in that linebacker position, and just absolutely eats up the runner.
In so fast out of that position.
Yes.
Eli is really shown some speed coming out of that spot. He's able to close on runners. He plays really good technique. He doesn't get too far upfield and scrapes down the edge. Excellent job.
It'll be a 3rd down and about 7 for Marble Falls ball at about the 45, 46-yard line. Backside, Max Granger. Max Granger coming in for the sack, and he runs down Lucky for a loss back to the 45-yard line. Max Granger getting his first sack of the year. A lot of sophomores out there for Canyon Lake right now, and Granger is one of them.
So he had a quarterback pressure, and this time he's able to make contact.
And record his sack. Very nice.
Well, we're about 50 seconds to go here, but Connor Cummings is our program productions camera switcher, and
she is.
She came in very excited the other day, and I thought, well, what's the great news? She's graduating. She get some kind of grant or something. She goes, no, I watched Mommy Dearest.
Oh, my gosh.
Wow.
This is what she tells me.
Not going to watch that either.
She watched. I said, why would somebody watch Mommy Dearest and be excited about it?
It's a classic, I guess. It is Joan Crawford, as she's informing us.
Dark Connor.
We do know that.
Yeah.
And it is
timeout by
isn't
Marble
that the one?
Falls.
Isn't that the one with the wire hanger?
Yes. Yes.
No
Yes.
wire clothes hangers
Yes.
ever, I think was the exact line.
She's But anyway, she was real excited, and I thought, well, man, she got a scholarship. Oregon took her. She wants to go to Oregon. And
it is a classic movie.
Well, it is a classic, but
classic for some.
I wouldn't get excited about it. Probably wouldn't sleep.
You don't appreciate art.
Oh, okay, that's art. I'm seeing.
Somebody gave me that DVD. I'd never crack the cellophane.
You'd be too scared?
I don't do scary movies.
It's not as scary. It's just really demented and sad.
Back when I was it didn't matter. They're all scary. Back when I was in college, my buddies, who I'm going to see this weekend at Texas OU, everybody that lived in our dorm room or in our dormitory were having a big get together, but. They thought it'd be funny if they taped me to a chair and forced me to watch Halloween.
No, that's not funny.
They picked your eyes with eyes up with toothpicks?
No, they gave me something to drink. Gave me one of those little long straw thingies. No. That was miserable.
Taping
Shotgun.
you to a chair.
Yeah.
I think
Slot T offense. Granger again looking for his other sack, and he's got lucky by the shirt, and he'll get some help from his compadres, and his huge loss on the play as he's joined by Lindell.
Yeah, Lindell.
I'm sorry, that's Lindell and Allman.
And Reinert's in on the play, so they'll get to share a sack there.
Check, that was Hopper.
Yeah, it was Ryder Hopper.
Well, 15 seconds to go. Canyon Lake will just come in and take the victory formation, walk out of here 1-0 in district. And it looks like the other people that will have the win tonight will be Davenport and Lampasas. And Taylor, Burnett, and Marble Falls will go to 0-1, and the race begins for the playoffs and the seeding thereof. Well, I want to thank everybody for joining us tonight, Canyon Lake Broadcasting. All the pictures provided by the students out there. An article will be written by our president, and that's going to be Evelyn Stevens. She does a QA, watches it on the screen behind us, and she'll put a news article that should be out by Monday or Tuesday. Well, that'll do it here for tonight. Canyon Lake will walk out of here 52-13 on the win. And any final words here for Darren or LJ on who you thought the game ball will go to, or who'd you like in the game?
Well, I've on the Canyon Lake side, I got to go with Kercher. I thought he had a great game. He put up a lot of yards, ran with just intensity, and I'd love to see that. So I'm going to give it to him and his sneakers.
And his sneakers.
Yeah.
My helmet sticker's going to Steven Crowder tonight. He showed a lot of situational awareness. He saw the field really well. But he was involved, and I think he was involved in 5, if not 6, of the touchdowns.
He was.
5 for sure. I know he had 4 before the half, but it just a really good job, good vision on the field. Spun the ball real well tonight, threw the ball well.
Well, we'll see the final stats coming up probably at the Hilltop Reporter tomorrow. I've got to get a helmet sticker to the offensive line, and the reason why there was no pressure in the backfield against Crowder or anybody else. They handled the guys up front, did their job, and that's who my helmet sticker will go to tonight. The entire offensive line, and they did a good job. Well, we'll be at Davenport next week, folks, so we'll be there, same time, same bat channel. Look for us on Facebook, Instagram, or Twitter, as they call it X now. And for tonight, we'll call it a night. Canyon Lake goes 1-0 in district as they meet Davenport on the road next week. Well, for Darren, LJ, myself, and Hunter Anderson as well.
That's right.
That's right. And that 2 pieces of banana cream pie I had at the Blue Bonnet Cafe, we bid you good night. Look out! He's got it! LaValle! Touchdown, Canyon Lake! Holy cow!
Winners, fakes, pumps, up, and good.
And Anderson gets in on the belly, Pete Rose style. Dad, have you been any prouder?
Shot off. There's Pena on a one-timer.
Oh! Back to Bowers to Volterra. He'll launch a 3 at the buzzer. He got it! Oh, my God!
Keep on going. That one is belted deep to left and way gone.
Here comes Coburn for 3. Nothing but net.
There goes
Bates! Touchdown! Touchdown!